are live. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Candlekeep Mysteries, the Seal Pages of Verglas. If you don't know me already, then my name is Mo, and back onto the DM chair is the magnificent Cisco Blanco. Say hello, Cisco.
Hello, welcome y'all.
Yes, welcome back. And out of the dreamland and back to the more intense characters who are known as the Cocks, we have Luke, Joey, Lucky, Andy, Mark, and Ross. Say hello, fearless heroes.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Yes.
The boys are back.
Hi.
The boys
The Cocks
are
are back.
back. The Cocks are back. Yes, they are. All right, before we jump into the story, obviously, we're going to use a little bit of announcements. Cisco, please go ahead.
Alrighty, okay, fantastic. For those, happy Pride first. Just nearly getting there, but yeah, we actually celebrate in a different date. We celebrated in July in the UK, so yeah, happy Pride, everyone. For those of you who are new to our stream and have not watched our previous episodes, please go and check us out on our YouTube channel, our Rollets of Fate D&D, where you can find there the Eye of Observation and our homebrew Dining on Barovia, Curses Strat, Ravenloft campaign as well. Or you can check it out right here as well on Twitch if you're watching it live as soon as our stream ends. Also, if you want to send us any fan art or any messages, please do so at rollesoffatednd@gmail.com. And we have a Twitter channel at FateDND where you can catch up to our schedules and maybe some D&D news as goes on. Content warning as well. Some of our games, you know us already. If you watch our streams, we can get very inappropriate, dirty, cheeky, sexually incorrect, and whatever else. And so please feel free to just cover your ears because we are gonna be short, I'm sure, and then you can come back when we finish. And if you haven't done it, please give us a follow, tell your friends, your family, be part of our little community. We'll be grateful forever, and we'll keep doing things as long as we get as much reception as we're getting already. So thank you for being there, and thank you to our players as well. And back to you, Mo.
Right. Thank you very, very much, Cisco, for the announcement. All right. Well, I guess thanks, guys, for being here, to playing with us, and everyone who is tuning in from home. Please make yourself comfortable as we settle in to see what mystery shall be revealed today. Today, we're going to start off with a little poem first. Ready?
Ooh.
Green goddess, spirit of old, mother of serenity, she who brings comfort of a pacifistic stance. Hear my word and know my soul. I come unwarded, open to your gaze. Look upon me and know me as one who has never prayed to the divine. Hear the first prayer I utter and know it be the truth. Eldath, know me by my name and name my soul. Know my soul and know my name. Previously on the seal pages of Verglas, the lore of LaRue comes to a conclusion as the heroes stop the Avatar and reverting it back to its original form. Victorious despite the hag slipping away, the waters purified by the horn of LaRue, and the heroes of history continue towards their destiny. Ziggy woke up suddenly and found a ring within the book. They also realized that their skin had changed into a character from the book, and they could not revert back to their usual form. However, after sourcing powers from the spirits of their tarot cards, they communed to the gods of Perdammon, Carthus, who returned them into their original state. The Cocks prepared afterwards for their journey back to Candlekeep, which would normally be long and hard, but now they are quick, and within seconds found themselves near the great library of Candlekeep. Returning to familiar place, they all went different paths to seek out information. Eld was determined to find out who these eradicators were, and with perseverance, he soon discovered the length of which a red wizards of Thay would go for their empire. But things yet still don't make sense, and the answers he seeks will only be given by one man, Max Horrigan. And this is kind of where our kind of story will begin. You all go to sleep for the second night, and we'll get back to things that happened in the previous days before. But we'll jump in as you all kind of sleep through the second night in Candlekeep. And your rooms are comfortable, and this comfort for one of you particular, Yagu, takes you into a dream. It is actually more of a memory where your master boar spoke to you and your kin for the first of the first guardian of the lake, and he said, "So you see, little ones." With slow stride he walked to the place of his rebirth, under a waterfall. Booming into a silent grove, he strode into the waters and knelt in the shallows. "And then what happened?" says Sungu. He listened for the sound of waters running by, and he searched for inner calm. He found his stillness of mind, and he spoke to the waters, pleading them to carry his message to the goddess of green, the great spirit god. And then the shaman knelt in the silent waters for long hours, letting waters wash away thoughts of the outside world. In this first prayer he ever uttered, a plea, much unlike the thanks he gave to the gods beforehand. First time he asked instead of thanked, and it broke him to do so. "Did it hurt?" says Logu. No, quite the opposite. It freed him from the burden of this world. Yagu, you look towards the smooth stone under the waterfall, where you had seen your master sit many of times, and as your siblings kind of mess around at the side, you waddle over and slowly attempt to sit on this stone. You hear the waterfall, gushing waterfall, hit the stone, the smooth rock, and as you begin climbing onto it, the water hits you, and the pressure pushes you and slides you off into the rock, and you wash into the lake. And you're spinning around, and the sound is all muffled for a moment as your kind of small physical form begins to feel is held by these hands. And as you are picked up out of the water, you there see Master Boar look to you and smile. And as that happens, there is this light kind of coming into your eyes, and as you open your eyes, you find yourself awake in the Candlekeep room with the light kind of shining straight from the window in the morning. And it is morning in your room, Ryagu.
And Toku will wake up from the floor, not on his bed, obviously, and he will stare down back where he put his staff of healing and swords right next to him. And he kind of stares at them and thinks of that memory he had where he also swore to his master boar that whatever it takes to protect his lake. And he will kind of bow down and he will reach for the swords, and as he's trying to stand up very heroically, he will hear a snap, like, oh no, this is a bad one. Okay, Yoko, you know what to do, and you see him very slowly drop on the floor and retrieving his shell, and well, that like 5-10 minutes later, he will walk out of his room.
All right. As you walk out of the room, you come to the kind of foyer or the place, common area of your place, and you're once again within the the halls and the structures of Candlekeep. And at the bottom, you see already just kind of sitting around eating food is a couple of people. You see Ruin there, and you see Ziggy there, and you see you also see Harold there. Kind of Harold looks a little focused and still reading in a book or something like that. But Aki and Bruce, you don't see them as of yet.
Where could they be? I will go to Harold and made any progress yet, or still on the same page as yesterday?
I mean, I found out a bit more, but I'm still trying to get a grasp on the Eradicators' purpose with Faye. Could use a second, though, of a break. How have you been?
Oh, I'm good. Stupid son woke me up again.
Sun?
Do you think Ziggy can make something for that blocks the sun? Maybe.
Wait, so even when you go in your shell, the sun still penetrates the shell?
It always managed to find an angle to shine directly in my eyes. It's like it doesn't matter what I do.
Unless you become an angelic vampire who is still worthy of righteousness and good fortune, I am not going to block out the sun for you, Yardu. Stop
Okay,
asking.
then how do I become a righteous vampire?
Well, find a way in becoming a vampire that doesn't turn you evil. Prove that to me. And then I will try to block out the sun for you. However, I will let everyone know it will be on your head, because I think many a cleric would hate to lose the sun.
Yeah, I've heard it was useful. Well, thank you anyway.
No worries.
What if there were like glasses of some sort to block your eyes? You know, that would block the light.
That sounds like absolute bewilderment and madness.
You know, I agree.
As I put on my night vision goggles.
That's a good point, Ziggy.
Wait, maybe if I put them in reverse, maybe. Oh no.
Maybe.
Oh, I don't see anything.
Well, wait. That means
maybe I've got adjusted. I will try it for today.
Well, you can break yours, not mine. I'm not paying for them again.
You paid for them?
Yes. I then spent hours painting them to match their skin tones. His and Aki's.
Oh.
Speaking of Aki and Bruce, where are they? Normally they are the last one out of bed.
That's a fair point. They're either dead or doing something.
As you two talk about Aki and Bruce, we cut back to them, but the day before, as they are walking inside the great library, and you've given entrance as you carry books or whatever that you are going to give to Miriam, and you find yourself going down those kind of bending staircase into the depths of the great library. As you do, you immediately come across the kind of dusty vaults and catacombs that hold old books. The caves are flooded. You see kind of rats scurrying around, and it feels very, very haunted in this place.
This let us in this time. We must be a big deal now.
There's a chance Ross doesn't hear you.
That's a good. I thought you said he got it there. So
I've got the second half. I don't have the first half. Sorry.
We're in the Great Library, and it's a bit of a haunted-looking place. It's rats scurrying around, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So you know where you are. You're beneath the Candlekeep where you've met Miriam before, and where you guys were held in here in the first time as well. Yeah.
Okay. I have a book. I pull out the monster manual that I've kept for ages. So I have a book.
I can pull out the various books he's picked up along the way as well. Kind of shake them to see if she can hear in like paper.
Right. Do you want to open up the discussion with her? Dragon to dragon, or
She was not much of a talker.
Yep, but you're good at it. She might engage.
She was very in my face last time. I can try.
Yes.
Miriam!
Miriam. As it echoes, your voice echoes through down the catacombs of this place. You don't hear it or her at the moment, or anything. Maybe going in deeper.
Would that be the direction where I found that little plinth where it made Bruce go berserk? My failing in intelligence.
I mean, you know the direction of where that is, yes.
Do you think we need to? We're going a bit deeper then.
I mean, we're here now.
Yeah. Right. Tally ho!
As you begin walking through the catacombs, you come across the cage that you were left in at first when you were first incarcerated here in Candlekeep, and you walk past those.
Simpler times, weren't they, Aki? Being thrown in prison repeatedly.
What's changed?
That's a good point. Thrown in prison, accused of things we didn't do.
Pull down his goggles.
Yeah. As you kind of look around, actually, both of you make a perception check.
Sure.
Oh, goody.
16.
Okay.
It's also 16. We see the same things.
We both see the same things. As you both begin to walk, you begin to hear like scurrying, and you see a couple of rats kind of run past, and you instinctively just watch like 4, 5, 6, 8 just rats just running past before you hear this torrent of flame. Well, what looks like a flame, but in a kind of spiritual, ethereal state. It just down that corridor, incorporeal state, just past you, as you just see the rats disintegrate in front of you. None of the books are harmed or anything like that. It's just these rats just.
There was just enough time for Bruce to go, oh, that's what happens when a large predator walks into the area. Oh.
And you just see them all just die and become crisp. And as you kind of peek over to the left, you you see the head of Miriam, the sentinel worm, as her eyes kind of look towards you both, and she vanishes for a moment. And then all of a sudden you begin to hear a voice as the head now appears from underneath you and almost kind of like surrounding you, like you're in the head space, and she speaks to you. You have returned.
Yes.
Jackie.
Hello. In Draconic, yes. We have books for your collection.
Show me.
Show her the book.
As
Hands
your
are shaking a little bit.
tremble. She kind of moves away from you, and this kind of incorporeal claw comes out as she clutches it and looks at it. Yes. Good. You see her kind of take
that very an increasingly tattered version of working your way out to the seven heavens. Can't get rid of this thing. Aki's just gonna give this.
Curious. I will add this to my hoard. And as she's doing this, she's just constantly looking at Aki. She's not even engaging eye contact with you, Bruce, as if she's just looking at you, almost looking at you and then looking down towards your body and then looking back at you again, Aki. And
Actually, Mo, if you allow me something, actually.
Mhm.
As she's looking at you, Aki, you have a unusual sensation, something familiar even. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I saw it. I know what it is.
Yeah, no, I fucked it up.
Famously
So, yeah.
wonderful at
Sorry
these, of
for that.
course.
Aki, I believe in you.
Cough, you have that legendary
All right.
resistance.
So
Don't wait.
you feel that almost like voices, like a ghostly, like within your mind, and for a second you think perhaps Miriam has entered your mind. She's gonna probe deeper into your mind. So please tell us what you're thinking actually at the moment.
Right now, Aki, his intention when he came down here was to try and get away with asking a question or two. So he's probably wondering, how long is light to wait? I ask now.
Okay, so I'll give it back to you, Mo. That will last for.
Speak your thoughts, Aki Flamacasta.
She knows your
Ooh.
name.
People don't normally tell me to do this. They do the opposite. Could I trade some questions for the contribution to your collection? Is that terribly rude? I don't know the rules.
Say what you wish, but follow me. You just see the spectral dragon kind of move towards a direction, and you just see her kind of walking through the library, not knocking any books down. She's just kind of moving through them all.
She moved through a
Aki
wall
just
and
kinda
just meant to
reaches it.
follow.
Yeah.
Aki starts to go, but gets a grab of whatever's closest on Bruce and just kind of drags him along behind. He's not going alone.
It's crazy because you have to like go around some of these bookshelves to see where she's gone and follow her and kind of keep up with her. But
She is just going through things expecting us to follow.
yeah.
Come on.
Quick, this way, hurry up. Where'd you go?
We're chasing after.
I don't think she's used to guests.
You can ask your questions. What did you want to say?
Do you know the names?
And he's shouting because he might not know where she is.
The names Andrathador or Halatathler?
As you say Andrathator, she stops and she looks back towards you.
I'm not Andrathador.
She says nothing and she continues to kind of walk. And she says that.
She knows.
She might do. I know nothing. Listen, we know very little about dragon etiquette, and our only example is Ruin, and let's be fair, he's not big on that sort of thing.
I think we have to keep following.
Yes, let's go. Come on, let's go. Watch your feet.
When you mentioned the second name, what is the other name that you mentioned?
It was Halatathler?
Halatathler. She basically she doesn't know that name. She looks at you and says, "The name that you speak, Halatathler, is not of the one I know."
Dragon Spear Castle?
I know of the castle, but I do not know of the dragon. Make a history check, both of you, actually.
Oh, we're famously good at them.
Yeah. You more than me.
Believe in Roll20.
You kind of think to yourself, how old is Miriam? And
We were told way back when. We were told when she was imprisoned here. Where's my notes?
If you can find your notes, that's great. But to your recall right now for Bruce and Aki, it's just you you don't remember how old she truly is.
Miriam and Drothador hoarded knowledge, not stuff. Is that related to what you do as well?
I am imprisoned here. Perhaps for eternity. For the one that bound me here no longer lives. And no one has yet learnt how to free me.
That's awful.
The name that you speak, I knew of him, of it, when it was a wormling. But what it did and what it seek, I am curious of what you know of it.
What do we know?
Of Androthador, not as much as I would like. We were in a volcano, and we met a young red dragon who looked at me and called me that. That's where the name came from first.
Curious I am. You see her as she kind of takes you along. You pass that room with the altar, Bruce, at first, where you sat down and tried to kind of thing, but she actually takes you beyond that into another chamber, which is far deeper into these catacombs. And as she does, you see that there's this room with a pedestal in the middle, and on top of it there is these kind of gemstones. There's multiple of them kind of scattered around, set on, like, some of them are set on cushions, some of them are just in boxes and stuff like that. And there is a plaque there, which perhaps one of the Yovodes or someone has written, and on there it says Aloondo's prophecies are only interpreted by the first reader and the keeper of tomes. You will not be able to understand if you try to listen. Do advise not to touch.
Bruce, a tome is a book.
Yes. Yeah, well, usually an old one or a large one. Did you call it? Oh, this is a tome.
So, Miriam, you understand these then? This must be you? Keeper of Tomes?
Sorry, what are you asking about the tomes? What tomes?
Is she who the Keeper of Tomes refers to?
Oh, no, she's like, no, that is not me. That is someone else.
It says don't touch on it, Bruce.
Her head kind of goes down. I want you to reach in and touch the central stone, Aki Flamagasta.
Why? It says not to.
She's just staring at you, waiting for you to do it.
I mean,
Aki 100% goes and does that. I rolled a 5.
I'm not sure that's such a good time. Bites his thumb.
All right. Bruce, do you also go in as well?
You're in for a penny. Bruce will go in.
All right. As you step into the chamber, Bruce,
Ride or die.
you these kind of you see all these kind of strange, kind of bluish purplish gemstones that are almost like kind of spiked out shards, and as you kind of walk past them, they give off this kind of strange reflective lights, but you don't see or hear anything. However, Aki, you begin to just hear just slight whispers and sounds coming from each of them. Strangely, it feels like, this is gonna sound strange. It's like you're listening, but it's not you listening.
And this is something only Aki can perceive. All Bruce sees is like shiny stones.
Shiny stones, yeah, indeed.
It's like, oh, they're remarkably. I wonder if they might be valuable. They're very shiny. Very, very, very
hear that?
beautiful. What? I hear you. Is that what you mean? Wait, do you hear something?
Is. Well,
Bruce leans in as well. I don't hear a thing.
Yeah. You just feel the whispers beginning to kind of just pepper words here and there. Words of like the crimson snow. Just this little words, crimson snow, and then you hear the word. In the distance, you hear. Exathander, like all these different random words. You don't know where these kind of words are coming from, and then eventually, as you kind of come to the central stone, you feel this kind of transcendent feeling within your whole body, and as you begin to kind of reach towards it and touch it, Bruce, you see Aki's hand just magnetized towards this kind of stone, and all of a sudden you just feel this kind of wisp of air around you as you begin to hear, and voices kind of start dominating your head. But then there is this one voice that you hear quite clearly as it says to you, Aki Flamicaster.
The child of destruction, the scale of greed, the destroyer of life, is she to be reborn, and you shall, but only at the mercy of your mother's feet. For when you are reunited with your kin, then all will feel our embrace.
And as the voice kind of takes over your mind, Bruce, you just see Aki's eyes beginning to kind of glow in this kind of bluish purple energy as he looks up, and you hear the most draconic roar that's ever come out of his voice, so deep and guttural. As he looks up, there is this red flame just gushes out of him in the air. You have to duck down. It's so intense. It's almost as if it burns the entirety of the roof above, just scorching it all black. And after he stops, you see him just let go and just falls onto the ground.
Oh my! Oh no! I run towards Aki. I just inspect him. What the hell was that?
Would you like me to put what he said on the chat, actually?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could you put the words of what it said on the plaque as well? Because I wasn't able to note that down as you said it.
Yes, we'll do that.
Thank you very much.
Can you see what I just wrote there? Yeah, right?
So these are words that only Aki heard in his mind, or was that out loud?
Yeah.
These were you heard him, because when he was, these words were.
Oh, yeah, he was talking, yeah?
He was talking as well.
So I heard that voice as well.
Yeah.
It
that
came
was
out
so
of Aki.
Dune. That was so Dune, actually. That was amazing. It sounded like the witch from Dune when he put the hand inside the box thingy.
And Aki falls unconscious onto the ground. And you see Miriam's eyes as you look towards her, and she's just, her eyes just look of like curiosity before she just kind of fades away And as that happens, Bruce, you begin to hear footsteps coming from in the distance.
No. What now? Aki, wake up! Wake up!
He's not waking up.
I slap him. Wake up!
No.
Damn it! I grab him, I sling him on my shoulder, I look around to... Damn it! I hide.
Okay. As you hide, make a stealth check.
Jesus Christ. He's in a bit of a panic. What can I say? Next! There's a spot! Son of a bitch! I fall over.
He's very high vis.
Yeah, as you attempt to hide in one of the you leave the room immediately, you hear the footsteps kind of coming down. You instinctively go to the side and you drop a couple of the books. And they say, "Oh, did you hear that? Who's there?" And as you move forward, you hear the roar of Miriam from the back. Roar! As they then you hear them go, "Oh no, I think we've angered her. Maybe it was her. Oh, we should leave. We shouldn't stay here. Okay, well, let's go tell one of the great readers we heard something down here." All right. And you hear the footsteps actually walk away from you.
Miriam, good show.
I hope everything is okay, the other guy says. As you said that to yourself, you hear it in the distance.
But you are left alone. Miriam is not there. You are in the catacombs. Do you leave?
Oh, shit. I try one more time to try and waken Aki up. Just come on.
His head's just flopping around. No.
Mo, will you be okay if I insert a little something?
Sure.
Okay. As you are there as well, you hear like a melody, like from a music box, kind of in the distance, on the dark, kind of like the darkness of this passage, like at the very end.
Shit. Right. Damn it. Aki, come with me then. I sling him over my shoulder and I decide to sort of, while trying to find my way out, if I have to make a small detour to check this out, fine, because he's thinking, there's no way this is by chance.
The music, yeah, you kind of, as you think that to yourself, it feels like the music sounds a little bit louder, almost.
Well, is it a nice tune?
Imagine what you will hear, it's kind of like a child, like a nursery rhyme kind of a style, but it sounds quite like a warming kind of tune. So you will imagine probably this is a song that people will play maybe on the fire on a very cold night, like with the children, this kind of like a family nursery rhyme.
Oh, I know. Has anyone played Fable 2? And we're going back a few years for this one. Oh my god, we are. And there's a music box in that which is a very gentle, almost generic sort of dun 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 dun.
Perfect, yeah. That's something like that, and you keep hearing it. It almost sounds like beckoning.
Right, Aki, I know you can't hear me right now, but there's no way this is a coincidence. In for a penny, in for a pound, I suppose. Let's go. I know what to wake you up. I lean into his because he's like reptilian, his ear hole. I said, if you don't wake up right now, I will never share another treat with you again. Does he respond?
No.
Oh my god, he might be dead. He's dead. No. Sorry, okay, I'm done.
He feels a little bit colder. Aki's always super warm, but right now he feels colder.
Oh, bloody hell!
Not like deathly cold, but just unusually Aki cold.
It's like normal temperature, which is like chilled.
Yeah.
It's like. I'll take Reaping Sheep out of my pocket and go, what do you think then?
He just looks at you.
My shoulder.
He's just staring at you.
Right, so fat lot of good you are. Then I put it back in my pocket, and I continue on to the music.
He really doesn't care. He's just like, what the
I
hell do you
really
want?
thought Ripichi might have had something to say in this, from one almighty being to another, namely Miriam. Maybe he'd have something to say. Apparently not, though.
No.
Okay. As you keep following the tune, you're going through all these books, kind of like seems to be a place where you're not really supposed to be. You see the book, some of them have chains. You see some areas that seem to be a bit darkened in purpose to make you think you're in a kind of semi-forbidden part for sure, at this point. But the music keeps playing. And as you keep following and following, you get to a point that the music is actually coming out of a wall. There is nothing there. It's just a plain wall.
On the way to this, I'd like to roll perception, or would my passive perception of 17, which is quite all right, pick up on anything, and on my way to this, where the music from the wall is coming from.
You see like a sign that says authorized, but about only check with the Great Reader before entering in one of the sections that you go. And you feel even that some of the books themselves are quite emit some kind of like wrong magical energy, like it's something you shouldn't touch. This is not the kind of place you want to be touching books for sure. You could get a curse by just
It's the restricted area.
Oh, of course it is. I'm sure it's a lot more dangerous than
at some point
Hogwarts.
you think for a second you see something moving, and you look and you see this kind of porcelain doll inside a cupboard, like a do not touch kind of written on it, kind of like. But you keep moving. I hope.
I'll keep going. I said in for a penny, in for a pound at this point, and Bruce is kind of panicked and like.
You see the face of the doll kind of following you as you kind of moving. Like
every time I look at it, it just like turns away again.
Yeah, kind of like.
And I
ecstatic with a smile.
I look down to Auntie Greenbone's head and goes, "Can you see anything unusual?"
Are you trying to commune with her?
I'm just talking to her. One day I want her to respond. She'll just start talking at some point. What about you, Greenie? You see anything?
As usual, you think for a second. Her cheek move a bit, and as usual, you see that some disgusting worm kind of comes out and falls on the floor like a piece of flesh stuck in one of the little bits left.
It's like, well, this is all you deserve, you bitch. And I keep on moving.
Amazing. So yeah, you get to that point where it's actually a wall, but intrinsically, like, there is something behind this wall. But there is actually a wall.
So, okay, so the wall's hollow of some kind. Is it like that, or is it just...
do you want to approach the wall? You see like a blank kind of brick wall. It seems like a very old, like almost dilapidated, like it doesn't belong to this place. Almost like a more ancient kind of style architecture, perhaps.
I'll place Aki down gently, so he's sort of sitting up like this, and I'll go up to the wall and I start to tap it and tap until I find the bit where it's like hollow.
As you actually go to tap the first time, you hear a whooshing sound and you are absorbed by the wall fully inside. You feel yourself like almost floating on air, but there is nothing around you. There is no light. It's all pitch blackness. And you feel like a force is pulling you towards a place.
Damn it.
There is not a lot just out of game. You just feel it. How does Bruce react to this?
Ah! Like, you know what? If you would permit me, in his panic, he'd reach back as he's sucked in, grab Aki by the ankle or tail, and drag him with him.
Okay, let's do something.
You're coming with me, Ross, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Okay. Aki, Ross, do you want him to carry you? Do you want him to do a check, or are you okay with him just?
It's more of a panic sort of.
You know what? This is just blind chaos. So let's do it. Let's just go.
I can't separate us both now. This is going.
Yeah,
keep going.
So yeah, you eventually, after what it feels like second a minute and an hour all at once. You are like completely lost of how long it's been, but you feel this sensation over and over, and then eventually you fall in a chamber. It seems to be like light glacier blue color, and the walls are not actually walls. The walls are a glacier itself. There is snow frozen on the floor, but it's a completely enclosed chamber. In the middle of the chamber, there is like a globe, like a huge, like a spherical glass surface. And inside it, seems to be a book. You feel the chill as you look around. You see the ice. It's just like almost happening as you are around. It keeps getting like, you hear these crunchy sounds like, and you see like more and more ice.
I hold Aki close and start pretending like a puppet. I says, well, Aki, we're here now. Shall we keep on going? And I just go, yes, bro. I think we should go and do this.
That's amazing.
This is Bruce kind of panic mode. He's just kind of trying to make himself feel better. Pretend Aki's still conscious. Right then. While still sort of dragging Aki along, I'll then go up to the book and I'll delicately open it.
Yeah, you see the book is actually, even though it's almost semi-translucent, it's actually covered by a glass dome, and as you try to kind of like go through, you see that your hand doesn't. But looking through it, you see the book itself that was open, closes. And the moment you try to approach it, and then you see the name of the book written there. It's called The Sealed Pages of Verglas.
Title drop.
Roll credits.
Yeah, make an insanity check.
Thank you, everyone. That was the campaign. We are going now. Goodbye.
No, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Next week for our descent to Avernus campaign.
Like
Fourth wall break. We're in real life now. This is the last action hero.
These two just found an Elder Scroll and they both died.
As you actually, the book closes, with the force of the book closing, you feel like a snow explosion in the chamber, and once more you are teleported out, pushed out of the chamber where you are.
Oh god damn it! It's all this. It's sort of tiredness going through all the timey-wimey stuff. Sort of like, oh.
Yeah, the same sensation. There is do something just to be a little bit mean. Make an athletics check, actually, as you are floating in air, holding Aki. That
like music boss music was the music that Mo plays at the top of every session, wasn't it?
16.
Actually, that's enough. You feel, you get this feeling, like when you are like been working out for a while and your muscle is kind of like shaking, like there is a point you are floating and you're thinking, shit, I have to do this. It's Aki, I can't let go, what is going to happen to him if I do? And that kind of like helps you and empowers you, and you hold on to him until eventually you are expelled out all the way. But now when you reappear from a different wall, much closer to where you had a conversation with Miriam, and you both fall there. At this point, Aki, I'll let Mo decide whether he's still up or down, but you yourself, Bruce, you are covered in this kind of like white frost, yeah. All of you, and Aki as well.
Oh my god.
Actually, Mo, when they arrive initially, will he see which page was open on the book and what is said, if so? I know this is full improv for us, so...
Sure, you can make a perception check. Maybe he did see.
Retroactively, yeah, because I'm just thinking that is a bit too mean.
Would my passive of 17 have been enough, or would you want me to roll for it?
No, roll for it.
Okie doke.
Because the frost
you're gonna see all the subplots.
Yes! I'm getting a hint as to what the DMs have in store for us.
You know where Natalia is now.
This is how you save her. All right then.
This is how you finish the game.
How do I win?
What do you mean you skipped an entire section during Luke's whole DM section? You did, by the way. We didn't have time for it.
Okay, let me just check something here.
Yeah, Ross, I know that pain on that game I ran for you lot. Thanks for that.
I mean, Mark knows. I skipped the tutorial.
You
Yeah,
skipped more
I've
than the tutorial by now. It's incredible.
I feel like this is the epilogue. Why we've just jumped from level 9 to post level 20 epilogue. It's like we found the sealed pages of Verglas. Ah!
Yeah.
And Aki was unconscious. God damn it.
The real
And
deal.
nobody
No one
will
learned
believe
that were the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
No, that sounds crap.
With a 23, do you need any help, Mo? Are you okay there?
I'm fine. I'm waiting for you. I don't know what you
Oh,
want
really?
to say.
No, you were meant to tell what it says. That's your part.
Well, while you're deciding who's going to tell me anything, Bruce is just sort of picking himself, dusting himself off. He's like, Aki, for the love of God, wake up! I swear, I will drag you out of here by your tail if you don't wake up. Ah, damn it!
If not, we could maybe switch for now to the rest of you.
Yeah, you've had plenty of me being an ass.
And no, it's not that. It's just.
Well,
for...
yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back to you and give you that information.
Because I'm looking, we have it. I just cannot find it because this is from quite a long time ago stuff. So I'm just trying to look
Did we
what it
screw
was.
this up last time? Is this what Bruce didn't learn when he was in the psychic room?
Yeah, no, this was for a character who we don't have anymore, so I don't know find his notes. That's the thing. That's what I was struggling.
For
Morkov,
Morkov found himself in his
we
way
had
here.
some notes. I just can't find where. That's the problem.
Yeah, do a bit of everyone else and come back to Bruce and Aki.
But what I'll say, I'm assuming you're going to head back and leave and head back to your dormitory or whatever it is to.
Yes, he's gonna get out of here. Pray to God. As he leaves, he'll turn around and he'll say, Miriam, I don't know if you're listening to me, but thank you. And I know you prefer books, something you can hold in your hand, but if I can't find a book, I'm happy to come and share stories. If you would like that. My friend, if when he's conscious, is a better storyteller than me, but I'm happy to do that too.
You hear no response. But as you take Aki's unconscious body and you leave, without your knowing, there is a spectral dragon that head appears, watching you leave up the stairs, with an eye looking towards Aki before she disappears back into the catacombs. And as you run back, we come back to the present day, where the rest of you ask where Aki and Bruce is. Bruce, I don't know if you stayed in the same room as Aki, or did you just drop him off in the room and went to your own room?
Well, I'll walk in. I'll go. I'll take him into Bruce's room and I'll sort of place him there, like so you can keep an eye on him while he's reading his new reading material, which he's upgraded from Saloon for Dummies to So You Think You Know Saloon.
All right. And as you do, you Bruce, you hear the noises of the rest of the caravan downstairs, talking amongst themselves, and you kind of look towards Aki. And as you do, Aki, it is at this time that you start stirring awake on Bruce's bed, as you see Bruce just there reading his book.
Does everything about Aki return to normal? He gets warmer and everything again?
Yeah.
Right. So as he's lying there coming to, he starts getting warmer. All of the frost and snow that was on him starts to pool and run off. By the time he's awake, he's lying on an extremely wet top layer of the bed.
Damn it, Aki! You've made my bed. Damn it!
What the hell?
I agree. What the bloody hell was that? Do you know what when you touched that stone?
Oh,
do you know what you said?
That was just kind of really loud and sore.
Knocked you out cold. I'm not surprised. I wrote down, I scrawled down what I think you said. The child of destruction, scale of greed, destroyer of life, seek to be reborn, so you shall, but only at mercy of your mother's feet. When you're reunited with kin, you'll feel her embrace. Yes, that's what you said. Or something
The
said
second half
it.
sounds like it could be okay. The first half kind of sucked.
Knowing what we've learned about her, one with lots of heads, and the scales.
Ooh, that's not my mum at all. Okay, maybe the whole thing sucks.
It does. Look, I don't know what any of that means no more than you do, but don't you dare go thinking that this is some kind of thing that's going to happen. It's not.
I don't believe in omens.
Exactly. Neither do I. As much as, well, I seem to be getting messages to the contrary from Saloon's followers and such, but no,
Child of destruction, scale of greed. That's not very nice.
No, it's not.
That can't be about me. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I don't really know how dragons work, but is it possible that they can share memory of a sort, life to life?
I do not think I like where you're going with that.
Memory, just remembrances. Like you can remember things that are not your memories.
Well, that is kind of what I thought was going on. Does that make me this? Well, which one?
I haven't the foggiest.
You hear footsteps coming up as one of the cock members are coming to knock on. First, you hear a knock on your door, Aki, which you're not in, and then you hear a knock on Bruce's door. Who is it? Who's knocking? Which one of you?
Not all at once.
I'll go.
Okay, it's Ziggy.
Okay, well, you'll hear, I think... Okay, so Aki may be in a food coma again. Okay, Aki's just died.
Oh god, not again!
Oh, he got so cold, the frostbite.
Okay, he's not dead.
He's back.
I think Aki's in a food coma. I'll check on Bruce now.
Oh, you knock on the door, Bruce. Oh, 1 second. You open the door. Ziggy, good to see you.
Yes. How are you?
Good. I'm well. I'm well.
I don't believe that.
Can't you tell? I'm fine. But
I'm cold.
Okay, there, and that's why I don't believe it. We're never fine. We're never.
You're sitting in cold water, Aki. You want to stand up.
Did he piss your bed?
No, that's. Aki, there's another few things I need to share with you, and may as well share with everybody else after you are unconscious.
Oh God, what have you? We were just here to research. What have you all done?
It's not.
Is he a bedwetter?
No.
Are you? Is this Aki? Please tell me you're not a bedwetter.
This is not why I sleep outside.
When did you? Okay, every time I've met you, we've only slept outside for necessity.
Aki sleeps outside.
I sleep on the roof a great deal. I was covered in snow.
Frost. That's what I need to explain about. Actually,
we're near the coast where it doesn't do that.
Anyway, Ziggy,
just your ignored logic.
We'll meet you all in the communal area. With some bit of a story to tell you all.
Okay. Ziggy walks back and just says, "They've done some weird shit. Usual business."
Yep.
There's a few times we've done that.
Okay. So
The family meeting.
Hold on. I'm just gonna finish this sentence real quick. Knights were there. Trusted companion. Okay. All right, what's going on?
Right, so
It's 50-50 that I'm in some trouble.
Again?
Again.
We just finished your trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, isn't this the standard?
I prefer not to go back to the Feywild.
No, me
well, I can assure you, neither of us were thrown in prison this time.
That's the least worrying thing you could say.
Honestly, yeah. Compared to everything else.
Yeah. I think we're all traumatized.
I thought leading with that would have. Never mind. Well, Aki, I don't think we know much more than we learned. Do you want Ross? Do you want to just say we pass this on, or do you want to say something as Aki? Or
no, I can say we kind of pass on what happened, but Aki will make a bit of a deal of being called Destroyer again and take a slight jab at Ziggy for calling him the Broken One when they first met.
Okay, that was honestly because your clothes were torn to shit, you would look like hell, more than usual, and I was trying to make a quick buck. Scaring tourists is part of the job.
Yes, the prophecy stones. See, there are common things.
Yes, honestly, that most fortune telling is poppycock. Yes, what I've been doing recently seems to actually be doing something which scares me a little, but most of it, the stuff I do for tourists, which is what I thought you two were at first, was kind of bullshit. Yeah. I just saw an orc and a very torn up dragonborn. It was easy pickings.
Seems you may have kind of nailed it.
Yeah,
according to the big shiny rock.
I am okay at reading people.
Well, I see. That's not everything we learned. After Aki was knocked unconscious, I heard this music. So I went to investigate. I was not in a good frame of mind, as you could probably imagine. And Bruce will go on to explain how he went to investigate it. He got sucked into the wall. He landed in a sort of frosty, frozen place. Went to check this book, and it said the sealed pages of Verglas, and then back again.
Yeah. On that note, I found
credits again.
What I wanted to. What you saw actually. So you read what it seems to be a little verse of something. It says. All the world, I'll copy it after, yeah? All the world in winter's white, sheath in sleet and ice. Set upon never-ending night, she conjures paradise. Ice kiss flowers, caught mid-bloom, beauty keeps in all its grace. Summer is gone to its silent tomb, tilting in her cold embrace. And that's what you read.
Sure. As she's munching on some ration. I don't know what that means.
I'll copy there and roll.
May I ask a question of someone who knows about dragons? Because I actually don't. Miriam was a silver dragon in life, right?
Oh, we don't know, do we? She's green. She's a green spectre, but I don't think we know what color dragon she was, Ross.
I thought we heard that from someone. Like when we were first going to mention it, I thought someone was kind of warning us off.
I can't remember above game.
No, I think because you got on the spot. Yeah, she was a silver dragon.
Well, do they do cold?
Silver dragon?
That's a question for Ruin.
Yeah.
I'll find out anyway.
I think silver dragons do cold.
Yeah, above game they do, but
I also think just out of game, I think ghost dragons specifically also do cold.
I thought white dragons also did cold.
Yep.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think silver dragons do cold though.
They do cold, yeah.
Yeah.
If she is silver dragon or was, it's kind of greenish now. And then you went through there. You took me. I was unconscious to this presumably snowy place that was all over me. Did she make that? Or is it talking about her?
I don't know, honestly. I have no idea what this. True, but I don't know. I haven't the foggiest. Has Bruce ever seen this poem or verse before? Anything he might have read? He's not that well read, so probably not. But hints.
It doesn't sound like anything familiar or anything like that. It's not like something that is not a rhyme that you will have heard. It just sounds very ominous and unusual.
Would any of us have heard it if he refers it back to us?
I doubt it.
Yeah, no. I'll say if he when you recite it, all of you get this kind of like chill on your bones. Like the words of this is actually words of power somehow, but you've never heard it before.
Ziggy, make an insight check with advantage, just Ziggy, because he got something last time.
Okay. I'm gonna guidance myself if possible.
Sure.
Cool. 21 plus 2.
21.
21? What, 23? Well, with a 23, you when those words are mentioned in the poem, you kind of get the same feeling as you did when the mentioning of the dark book, and you feel that it has that same significance of a power coming from those kind of words as well.
Powerful words. Similar power to the book that is currently gone missing.
True. Oh God.
That's a worrying thought.
Just a bit.
Now, I assume if I see Aki wetting the bed again, I assume this is to be the case as well, or this would happen again.
No, it was frost.
Okay, I believe that.
There is always this, Ziggy.
Nope.
Smack him on the other hand.
No. That is fair enough, I suppose.
Is that what they call a carny trick?
You know, you fall for the same trick twice. I mean,
being distracting helps. I really, more than almost anything else I've heard, this thing about gold, I do not understand. Night is historically good for us. It means a moon, which has been okay. Cold, I don't like the cold a great deal. It has not helped.
No. This verse, it means nothing to me. It's worth remembering. I've made a note of it, but whatever it was that spoke through you, Aki, as you've said, and I'd want to reiterate, even if someone has sights on this will be you or something like that, it's not. Never has been.
I know very well who I am.
I know. I just wanted to say it out loud.
Child of destruction. Scale of greed. It is quite well written.
I mean, as far as to be fair, not all destruction has to be bad. A forest fire will lead to new growth.
Anyway, yeah. As mornings go, I think this one has not been awesome.
No. I'm just glad you're okay at least.
Yeah, we're fine. Team Red is fine.
Right.
That's right, you're still red.
I'm still red, yes. I don't know what I think the colour's quite fetching, but I would much prefer my old complexion back, but
I mean,
I don't know.
we can find some body paints and paint you green.
White tattoos would be really cool on red.
Are you suggesting green face?
Well, I mean, you're originally green, so would it be that offensive?
I don't actually know.
Everyone apart from Harold make an insight check. Harold, you can make either you can make a deception check to kind of avoid people noticing your frustration of your reading of the books and
Okay, I mean, oh man, I'm gonna deception with my +0. Let's do this, boys.
I mean,
That's a hot 12.
Oh, you
Okay.
fooled me.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Aki and Ruin,
Really?
you both notice that yeah, something's bothering Harold.
Akil, can we tell it's what he has been doing and he's getting antsy, or is it just general?
I think it's the latter, or not latter. Sorry, former. It's like it's something he's been doing.
Okay.
Do you have any of
Do
the
you not
books in
eat-
front of you? Go ahead, sorry.
Did you not eat enough for breakfast, Harold?
Yeah, I ate my berry. It's fine. It's I'm not really sure why. It's weird. I keep trying to read about this group, the Eradicators, and I mean, there's a lot of boring background history. Fae being a slave capital, yada yada yada, keeping slaves in line, trying to find any heretics, as they would call them, or anybody who was traitors. What I'm trying to figure out is, of this group, if there was any that I missed besides Max Horgan, because I tried using as many faces as possible, and I'm pretty sure I got a lot of them, but that's also concerning. Like, I just got done with a passage about apparently agents of that group have knights that are loyal to them, and I don't remember killing anybody that could be considered his second. So that's kind of bugging me now. On top of that, it's possible that he's definitely a scale, and he's involved with this to serve Das Tam, or betray him, because he might be an opportunist prick, so trying to understand my prey is a little bit confusing and frustrating.
Could he be the scale of greed?
Well, I mean, definitely it could be the scale. As far as greed, I mean, I'd be more akin to say wrath than greed. Plus, it doesn't make any sense. My family was just elves. We weren't humans. We weren't a part of Fae. I don't understand why they would go to Cloakwood.
Well, I think the general idea is if you're not a part of Fae, you're not a part of them, and then that's when they stab.
True, but they would send other wizards. These guys are specialized for going after high-interest targets or traitors to Fae. That's the troubling part.
As you're saying all these things, Harold, for
Mhm.
some reason, some of the memories of your childhood seem to be so obscured, you know, like you see smoke, red smoke, all these different things that you don't actually understand, as well as what you remember. There is quite a lot of things that seem they don't fully coalesce together in a sensical way. You know, you've always known that, but you just don't really want to go that deep inside to it. But
Cisco, you
that's-
beat me to it. Bruce is going to ask him, says, Harold, how young were you when they attacked you?
I was 13.
13. That's practically an infant by elven standards, yes?
True, but actually, that's a funny thing. I asked my dad about that because my sisters, they were actually a lot older than they looked, and apparently there's something about when an elf dies, their memories move on somehow. The whole thing was confusing. I couldn't even find anything in that regard. Plus, it is still painful and muddled, but the parts that are clear is that it did happen. It's the matter of trying to connect the why, which is frustrating because I can't ask my family because any druids or clerics I brought, nothing. There's nothing there. Not even a soul to ask.
Right.
Memories
like-
move on.
Could it be like what happened to that owl bear? Or what
Owlbear?
was his name? The one during the ritual that got his soul sucked out. Zeke couldn't even
The
revive him.
bugbear.
Bugbear. Sorry, I don't know. I said
Oh,
owlbear.
him. Maybe. I mean, because even if someone or something dies, there's a presence or somewhere in the planes in the outer heavens or hells where they could be pulled from. But in the numerous times I've tried, I've hired people, called in favors, and nothing. It's just completely gone.
Ziggy, when you tried to revive him, did you feel anything? A connection, a soul, anything at all?
When I tried to revive who?
The bugbear
The bugbear.
from the ritual?
Not particularly. I mean, I didn't really sense much of anything because it wasn't there anymore.
Then what if that's what happened to your family, Errol? What if somehow that's all connected? Was Zadamus
Possibly.
a wizard of the Fae? Or the Red Fae? The Red Wizard?
No.
He was
No,
a
that
cleric
guy,
of.
he employed different magics than how they fight.
He was a cleric
plus-
of the Undying One.
Yeah. Although,
If memories are passed on, you mean like you receive them from your parents?
something like that. Like, I remember
Then how do you know what part of this experience is your father's? For instance.
I guess because of how, like, you're asking, like, whether I'm seeing it from my own point of view?
I'm wondering how there's some mix. If the difficult to see kind of red smoky parts are the parts that are not yours.
I mean,
You know-
it isn't. I was buried at my house for 3 days. I don't know, that messed with my
You know,
memories.
Errol, last time I read your thoughts, I was able to kind of get some images. We could always do that again.
I would
Can the
prefer to
spell
not to
work
for
though?
now.
Can the spell even work that way?
I mean, he would see it, but
I've always got
I mean, I guess-
images, and it's sort of like a play that kind of
Okay.
it just plays out. I'm able to bits and pictures.
Harold,
definitely. Oh, go on, Bruce.
I was if I'm out of line in saying so, please tell me it's not my intent, and I will stop. I feel, based on the information we have here now, you may have answered your question as to why these people in particular attacked your family and your people.
I don't follow.
Well, is it possible that, at least perhaps not your family, but others within your home once held loyalties to Tame, or Tame, and they sent their people to tie up a loose end?
I don't know. The oldest person in my family was my grandfather, and he was almost 1,000 years old. And Thayans don't accept non-elves.
Family memories? Is that what you're getting at? That's why the whole family was targeted? Because they would just be passed on? The only way to silence someone is to kill the whole family?
There's one other part that's not making sense, though. Before my mom, before she had her head smashed, she told me she was sorry. I'm still trying to figure out what she meant by that.
Your family were capable people, yes? They.
I mean, my dad did drive off a vampire as a bear. My mom, she was the one who taught me how to use my bow. Me and my sisters with my brother. As for my sisters, my eldest one was always with my mom, and Rio was always teaching me how to hide. So I would say they're relatively capable, but truth be told, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure to what scale, but I know they've definitely been experienced in combat.
Perhaps not held loyalties to Thame, but perhaps discovered something they shouldn't have, or crossed them.
It is entirely possible, but I still don't get why send a particular task force. Why, at that time particularly, too. That's the part of it that every time I have tried to get answers for it, they either don't know or are too out of their minds to answer. So
Sounds important. That
Yeah.
seems to track with sending big guns.
And only if the important people know, then It must be important.
That's what I'm guessing, so that's why I've been looking for him. But I don't remember him having a knight with him, so I'm not even entirely sure if it was an Eradicator operation, or if it was just something he just did to gain favor with Sastam.
Perhaps. Well, we can certainly keep doing our best in looking into it, and amongst other things we're doing.
I do know this, that their kind are greedy with power, and I know that wherever there's sources of it, whether it's a source to revive a god or make their leader last longer, they're gonna jump on it like a starving hound. So I think if we do see him, if we do plan on heading out to the Iridium Lake, there is a possibility either him or someone he sends is going to be there. Because that would be a big objective for him, regardless of whether he's loyal to Thay or loyal to the Dragon Queen.
Well, that is somebody else for you to ask.
Yeah, well, hopefully he'll actually answer.
I'm sure we can do something about that.
In regards, Ruin, to your request, if you want to give it a shot, go ahead, but yeah, it's just not very fun.
I only want to do it if you're sure that, this will work. Because I'm also going to need you to focus on those memories.
I mean, I could try again whenever. I mean, in the beginning it was a lot harder. In the first 20 or 30 years it was hard. Then I was actually able to meditate without screaming, so there's that. So I think it could be done.
Well, we did it once. Well, I did it, but you were thinking it, so I just need to make sure.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Could I use guidance in any way to help with what's going to happen?
I mean, I
just need you to willingly let me do it.
And Errol's is gonna take a quick scan around the room and just look at Ruin. All right, can't be any worse than where it's been before. So,
are you doing detect thoughts?
I will do detect thoughts.
Okay. Bruce will give guidance to Errol just in case something happens where Errol needs to focus on not losing his train of thought or something. They just put his hand on his shoulder and go, be strong.
Yes.
And I will
what Bruce said, and I'll Bardic Inspire him.
What Bruce said.
As you begin to penetrate his mind, you first begin to get his surface thoughts. They're quite mute because he's really focusing on the things in his memories, and he's just trying to portray the images of what he experiences. As you see him close his eyes and you begin focusing in, from what part of your memory are you thinking, Harold, first?
So, very first, it's through a little montage of images. You'll see a long green-haired, green-eyed elven woman. I'm not sure if there's sound, but if there's not, it's just imagery and of just pointing out little creases of bushes and trees, and Harold learning to contort his body to that he can actually fit. And you'll get the impression that this is more of a teaching of stealth, I guess, out of game. And then it'll just kind of just do the little Star Wars thing where he's trying this out on his own, and he looks up and he sees that for some reason it's getting darker even though it's daytime. And then he's just walking, and again, if there's no audio, then you will just see another elf just being dragged, actually dragged down by basically a dog that's just pure black, ebony colored, and then just getting dragged away, and from Errol's point of view, just taking a step back and then just crouching, making his way through trees and bushes, eventually seeing his dad, And before he gets to where this male figure would be, you see some fires everywhere of different colors, some red, some blue, and you also see some ice of the same pattern, some red stalactites sticking up, some blue as well, even some green, oddly enough. And then, like, if there's no audio, you'll just see his lips of saying, "Get in the base, get down here, just stay here." And afterwards, you would eventually see the 3 tunnels, and one by one, you would see either Errol's father and his sister being burnt, Errol's mother coming in, sending another elven boy that looks almost exactly like Errol, like to a perfect T, sending him away. And then you would get shaking moving on to the right window, where you would see the very same elf that was at the very beginning, stabbed onto like a blue stalactite, like with blood dripping down. And then you would see Earl move to the center spot. And then you see, after some ashes have been cleared away and fire, you would see tendrils sticking out of several wizards that would impact an elven woman, get her on the ground, and as she looks towards you from that point of view, you could read the lips that basically said, "I'm sorry." And then you would just see the visible, like, explosion, like a watermelon that's being smashed with a hammer. It looked exactly like that. And then as Errol would back away, you would see, like, there's little, like, his hand would come in front of him, and you couldn't hear it, but then you'd see his head go like this, and a little tiny bit of spit and what you could presume is vomit right in his hands. And then Errol looking up, and then you would see a rock hit him in the head, followed by several coming down on him, and then just his eyes being covered completely.
If you allow me, Mo.
Sure, of course, sorry.
And,
I was just.
No, don't worry. Ruan, make either an insight or arcana check,
Oh shit.
as you are deep within Errol's mind, looking at this horrible kind of memory that you are sure is very painful for Errol and very
Giving him
deep
the
to his
guidance.
heart.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wish. 6.
Guidance.
Can I see him struggling?
I guess you
guidance.
kind of see physically Ruin kind of
Okay,
like
can I say, Ruin?
very deep into it.
You've got this. Get back in there, and I'll inspire him. Because I
You have
think that would be
inspiration?
better than a guidance. Yeah,
So is that a D8 or D6?
it's a D8. Yeah,
You can
a D8. You
add
need
it
it.
over.
Please let this be enough. 9.
Fucking
Okay.
hell.
It's very subtle, but for a second you are not sure why, or you are not sure on what point on that you saw there. But you think that there is parts of this memory that don't really. There is parts that seem to be modified slightly. There is something wrong. You aren't sure what, but there is a part that you saw some kind of glitches. Almost like, with a 9. That's all as much as you can. Yeah.
No, that's actually a lot. Thank you very much.
Too much. Damn it.
Can I try to probe any deeper? Or is that all I can pretty much get?
I think that's
I
all
would-
he.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thinking the same.
I was
'Cause
gonna
this is
say-
very painful for Errol. So, how is Errol reacting to the reliving this memory?
I mean-
That's another question, actually.
He's visibly sweating, and he would be doing the thing where he'd be clenching his fist, and if he wasn't wearing gloves, you get the feeling that the nails would be digging into his hand. There would be a little bit of deep breathing going on, and gradually as it went on, he would eventually be like he's struggling just to breathe, even, and then, there would be a point where he looked like he would gag, and then, assuming it would come near the end, it would just be him just opening his eyes just wide, and he'd be like, "Okay,
Are you all right?
No, no. That's.
Can I telepath to Harold real quick? Before I say any information to the rest of the group, has anyone ever tampered with your thoughts or your memories before?
Harold would just be thinking to himself, I guess. It'd be like, not to my knowledge. Not like directly saying it, but just Harold would just say, like, in his thoughts, not to my knowledge. Why? And then Harold would be just kind of looked a little bit confused.
I'll just continue to telepath real quick. Your memories seem more muddled than the average person's. I don't know how to put it. It's like someone tampered with them. I don't know how and I don't know who, but something's wrong with them. If you want to relay that to the group, I'll let you do it yourself.
Okay, now that just added more questions. That's even more confusing. Ruin, are you absolutely sure?
Positive. I just don't know who or what or how, but it was
just to be clear, you're not 100. Yeah. You know there is something weird. That is being tampered is your assumption, because with the roll you saw something weird. It doesn't really glue together, There was a glitch, but that's your assumption. It could be that you are not 100% sure. Just
I'm
for you on character, cool.
Yeah. I'll just keep relaying. I just don't know who or what or how, but there's something wrong with your memories.
That's weird because I can still viscerally feel my mom's blood when she died.
Well, if you want, we could keep trying this every day or every night, and we'll just keep probing. It's going to be painful, but we'll get on to something eventually.
At what point
Harold
do you start
would like
speaking
to
out loud?
check Ruin.
I'll start talking out loud now. Now that we're not talking about his.
I mean, Harold's gonna share. Like, look, my memories. Granted, I remember talking to Dr. Gret at the time after he found me. Trauma does mess up a person's memory, but I remember burying them, so I know they're dead. I know I'm not crazy with that. And I've been to visit their graves. Well, no, I tried. Shit!
Harold, I know Ruin is suggesting tampering with your memory, magic perhaps, and I don't doubt such things could happen, but there is a more mundane explanation. You witnessed something that you witnessed an event that no child, no person should ever have to witness. It's possible that several of these memories have been repressed, or they've come back from being repressed, and things don't fit that way. And going from my own experiences, I still find it odd remembering things that it's Bruce that remembered them and not me. He experienced it, and he now shares them with me.
The thing is, when we were in the Feywild, I always had this weird feeling when I would go back to Cloakwood. It's not the same, and there's something off about it. Not just in the sense of something terrible happened, but like it's cursed or something. I don't know. I tried bringing other people to see if they could fix it, and when we were in the Feywild, I saw this dagger, and it brought back the same exact cursed feeling. So now I'm not so sure. And again, I've had 154 years, 3 months, 27 days, 5 hours, and 6 minutes to think about this. And it brought back that same familiar cursed feeling. And every single one of those faces that were there, I found a good portion of them. And I tried asking, and they'd either insist to me that they couldn't tell me, or they didn't know, and that didn't end well for them. My point is, I don't know if it's what happened that's messing my memory now, because it used to be a lot more visceral than that. But now it's just the emotions are there, and details are still ingrained in there. But, I mean, the only person who I could think of that would even know would be either Dr. Gret or Max Horrigan himself, or possibly another person I may have missed who was there.
I mean, let's...
Well, there was that boy that looked exactly like you.
That actually... Hold on a minute. Boy that looked exactly like me.
Exactly like you. Honestly, I was kind of worried for a second that maybe I was in someone else's mind for a second.
That would be my brother D.
Is he still alive?
I don't see it because I was lucky. I was buried in that house. He decided to just, for whatever reason, just smash it. And that's how I wasn't found. And the amount of bodies, the amount of ashes, I spent days burying everybody that I could. But I don't know, actually, because I know for sure my sister Rio is dead. I know definitely my older sister, who was Sage, she died with my father, and so did my mom. And however, my oldest triplet brother D and my older triplet sister Mel, them, I don't see how they could be alive because I would have found them by now.
Well, like I told Bruce, if you have an item of theirs, and once we could go out to a town or something, and I could get a component or some gold, I could help you locate them.
The only items of theirs that... You know, I don't have anything on me, but we might have to make a trip to Cloakwood.
Well, we could probably do that after visiting Yagu's Lake. Yeah. Speaking of Iridium Lake, does any... sorry.
Told me that he couldn't find anybody. So to my knowledge, it should just be me left.
Perhaps they were captured.
Well, that's even more reason to burn that continent to the ground.
But speaking of Iridium Lake, Harold, did anyone think of an idea of how to get to that to Yagu's Lake without a wagon?
Well, I mean, if Aki was able to and Yagu had something of the lake, potentially that could get us there instantly. But if we feel it's taken over, as it were, just dropping into that lake may be the death of us.
There's also the very real opportunity that we literally drop into the lake, if that is what I'm trying to teleport us.
Yeah.
Like, we have the element of surprise at least, but...
I mean, even if we at least try, as long as it doesn't kill us, and we do try to teleport us, even if it's a mistake, or there's a mishap, I think being a few days out of the location could be of benefit.
And we shouldn't be too worried about teleporting in the middle of them. After all, we were at that meeting, and none of them suspected any of us.
Well, I mean...
Yeah, but those were lower tier people. These people might know who I am, since they're kind of at my home.
Also...
No, not entirely true.
What do you
No.
mean?
You know when before everything hit the fan,
Hmm.
one of the
Before we
scales.
were captured, yes.
One of the scales. Do you remember him? The one who talked to me.
Oh, the really
Yeah.
cool looking guy.
What are the chances that he will be there right now as well?
That's amazing. The
The
really
really handsome,
intelligent
the really
one.
handsome, intelligent. The man with the whip.
Those are words. I don't know,
Um,
Aki, if you saw him, but Gray was there. Look me right in the eye.
I don't think Aki saw that. Did he?
No.
From his, he would have still seen the back of his head.
Yeah,
oh, the
no.
one that told us she was always watching us. You know who?
Yes. He will have told them all that certainly I was there. I don't think he would have believed a word of me that about being interested in joining that cult. He'll have made sure that their people are aware that if they see me, kill on sight.
Well, you're red now,
Yeah.
though, so
Oh, do you have something that belonged to Gray then? Maybe we could turn the tables on them and we'll know what they're up to now.
Do I?
I
This is an
any of you?
interesting point.
no, I believe they took something of one of your allies. I think
The
they
worst
have-
part is I know there's
Yeah.
one thing that we kind of have, but I can't say it.
Oh God,
Ruin
what
would
was it?
know.
What was it?
I don't.
can you give a hint?
I'll message Mo and Cisco, and they're gonna laugh really hard.
Okay.
I don't have anything of the.
It's
I'm looking at all this.
yeah. Do you know what I mean, Cisco?
Let me have a look. Yeah.
I have those. I have the cloth that we used to lug around the Dahlia's cocoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have
That's
that.
the point.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? I don't know what you're talking about. What is that?
Yeah, I'm not sure from
Yeah,
where.
yeah.
though.
Just,
Do you
just
remember?
specifically say it out loud.
Ross,
Do you remember
No.
that
was it?
one night with the two gentlemen?
Oh yeah.
I no,
What-
I lost
what-
that.
Wait, what?
No,
What?
that's gone because it was in the bag of holding and got destroyed, and
No,
everything
it
was
wasn't.
destroyed in that.
It wasn't that. It
The,
wasn't that.
The remains of the scroll of reincarnate.
Nope, not that.
Oh shit! I don't know what you're talking about then.
I want to
Okay.
say it so badly, but Ruin would know it. He wouldn't know, and that kills me.
Here,
Yeah.
would Bruce and Aki know that they still have something that belonged to Grey? Because it was a long time ago. So as players, we had seen
Was-
Grey.
Yeah, because this will be a knowledge that those ones will know. But
Yeah. Well, Ziggy might know. No, he wouldn't. No, Ziggy would.
No, I wouldn't know shit.
yeah, I
Don't bring
think
me
they
into
will.
this.
Like I would make the argument that Bruce would know. Yes, that thing that bastard had, I still have of his. But that's up. I really want to know what it is because I have no idea. I'm looking through my equipment and such, and I'm like,
Can I just?
Yeah, you can say it off game, because it's not as long as you don't meta afterwards.
It's just a hint. This is the big hint.
Well,
we
why-
don't have it. It's someone we know, but we don't have it. They have it.
oh, well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll discuss it later as well.
Ah,
Just to
that
refresh
kills
us,
me.
I cannot really remember. I think I remember, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I think I'm the same.
I'm not gonna mention it, but I think I know what you're talking about, Lucky.
Oh, you do? Wait, message
Look-
me. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm doing
Shut-
it. So.
Shall we come back to a little bit later then?
Yeah, I think. Up to
Yeah.
you, everyone. Lucky.
We'll come back to that a little bit later, and then we can discuss if is that I'd like to think the characters remember because it's not been as long for them as it's been for the players. But
Yeah, we just have to discuss which scene, so to remember who was there and all those kind of things. So let's do it
Yeah, I
after
remember. I remember that. Yeah. Okay.
They were definitely
do,
Aki and Bruce were definitely there.
I mean, they were sleeping. It was only you. then.
Yeah, that's what I
No,
mean.
no,
You
but
were-
I tried
it
to
was
get it
only
back
you.
from them. I was like, I would like that back now, and you're like, no, I want to keep this, and I was like, fuck.
Okay. Yeah, I think that might
Yeah.
have been a very, very passive comment. I don't think Bruce or
It was
Aki
very
would.
passive.
Bruce or Aki
Yeah.
would remember
Could I roll for it?
Sure. You know what? Yeah, it's gonna be pretty high DC, but yeah, go ahead. You can make a history check.
I'm just thinking if we could get this item, it would help us out so much.
Bardic inspiration.
Natural one.
To Aki.
Oh no, it was a natural one. Sorry, it was. Did you give me an inspiration?
Fuck no.
You gave Aki the
Oh wait, I
inspiration.
gave you 10 minutes for 10 minutes. No.
Oh yeah.
I gave it to.
Ruin.
Errol.
You
Sorry.
did.
I'll leave it up to Mo whether
I'll
that
try
even
and inspire.
applies.
I'll try and inspire Aki.
I mean, I don't want to be weird, but this is something that is retroactive and not really even confirmed. So
Right.
if
Wait.
Ruin doesn't know, you wouldn't know when to inspire him. So
Yeah,
maybe Bruce
fair.
could use his. Up to you, Mo. I don't want to be the one saying
No, I
Shall we-
agree. 100% agree
but
with
it sounds a bit.
Yeah,
What you're saying makes sense. It just hurts.
But shall we move on then? Because I had no idea. I have above
Uh,
game. I have no idea what you're talking about. So
19 is not enough, unfortunately. Actually, even though you think
Turn to one.
you think back to that memory, but you're not specific to that one,
What
object
memory?
or whatever.
I'm
it is.
honestly wondering, is it something that he gave the wee girl who was leaving the village where we did the pie eating contest? That's honestly where I've gone now.
No, what was that? I can't even remember what that was.
Both Aki and
rocks.
Gray both gave her something to help her out. I don't remember what it was.
I think it was coin, was it? Money? I think it was money you gave him.
Very unlike Aki to be carrying any money.
It was a
It was
very
some kind of sweet or something like that. I remember something like that.
Maybe it was
Potentially.
something useful.
Snacks. No, I think you bought some sweets or something like that in the market. Maybe you gave her something like that. Maybe.
potentially. But anyway,
But,
as
yeah.
you all have had this moment, you all, what is the plan? Are you guys now deciding to either leave or figure out what you're going to do still?
Aki would as a last chance suggest that we go in a carriage because that's what he absolutely wants to do. He wants to be in a wagon. And we can get there. What was it? 35 days. It was said.
Yeah,
maybe we
35
stop
days.
a day. Maybe we stop a day short. I turn two of us into something really quiet, and we scope the place out.
Well, potentially. I mean, from what I know, the spell you can do now, maybe even the description could be good enough. If Yadu is good enough at describing the location, or at least the location nearby it.
Like, we could at least try it, right? Like, what's the worst that could happen?
Dying in pain and bludgeoning.
Yeah. And the
Okay,
worst,
but
the
besides
worst thing that can
that,
happen.
that's like always the worst case in any scenario.
Okay, well, I mean, the bludgeoning and the pain, specifically with this spell, is mishappy. But, I mean, if you're good enough at describing maybe the local swamp next to your lake, maybe it will help.
Well, I've lived there my entire life. I think I know the lake from thin out and
Well,
so.
then tell the man.
Okay, so there's a lake and there's also this land and there's also a waterfall and there's
Can I help
trees.
since I've been there?
Oh, Yagu,
Well,
was
you've been there for like
grass?
5 seconds, then we left instantly. But
I
that
guess
matters,
it's
yeah.
true.
Yagu, was there grass and rocks too?
Yes, plenty.
Aki's drawing
Uh,
the first thing that comes into his mind.
Okay.
He
Yadu.
will also pick up a four-leaf clover and he will take it out. Like, it kind of looks like this. Oh wait,
Okay.
he will pull out
Okay.
one of the leaves. More like this. It's
Okay.
those are very rare plants, Yagu.
Yadu.
why that's 4. Usually they only have 3. That's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, I do.
It looks, yeah.
You have described every part of wildlife on this earth.
I disagree. I think he was very specific when he said something about the rock.
Well, there's
Well-
also this tree. It's this pink purplish leaves. It's on a high mountain.
Okay.
A
a
cherry
bit-
blossom tree.
If that's what they are called, yes.
Was it
Yes.
a peach tree?
How do I know? What the hell's a peach?
Fruit.
All I
You've never
know-
had a peach?
Well, it did grow fruit, so.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
it's a peach tree.
This is.
Do they have like these hard rocks in them? Is that?
Yeah. It has a nut.
A peach tree.
Okay.
Yeah, then it's a
Yeah.
peach tree.
Yeah, you never
there's
wanna
also
confuse a
this
peach
small
tree with a cherry
desert.
blossom.
I am now against my own idea.
I think we're
Aki,
doing pretty good, aren't we, Aki? Do you want
Aki,
to-
I think he painted a really good picture here.
On a map of Faerun, what direction are we talking?
Oh, I've heard it was
Pretty
east.
sure it's east. Yeah.
You've heard
What
it was
is the
east.
What is the furthest east we have ever been?
The
It's-
furthest east we've ever been.
Oh no, I can't. No, we're not going there. Never mind.
We've been
Westgate's east.
It's east of here, certainly, but that's more central Faerun. We have to go even further past that.
I mean,
I don't know that I've been a
central,
lot further past.
a more central location when we're very west would be helpful.
True.
We can
Oh no, do we have to
can-
go to Westgate?
we can fix your two's faces for an hour.
I would,
And then
I
run.
would really rather not.
Hey, I'm not suggesting it as a permanent fix. Just a slight improvement of the physiognomy,
Well, could we just put it down to a vote whether we teleport in or?
the nose.
Well,
specifically.
either way, we have to do some traveling, and before we go, we do need to make at least a few preparations before we go. Surely, we need to know how to cleanse Yagu's Lake. I know there were researchers we asked to look into it, and above game, because of what we've been doing so far, does that mean we'll not be doing the other things we'd wanted to do with this little bit of downtime?
I mean, with your mushroom, you can do that on the way, potentially.
Okay, because I want to check the ones growing. I was hoping there'd be time for like these religious studies for at least a day, but it sounds like there's not going to be time for that now. I thought it was just the day after we got back, but I don't know what we're doing now. So
Yeah, so the religious
Just go-
studies is on the day one, so you could do that. That's fine.
Yep.
The most thing, I mean, the mushroom thing, you could do it before you leave, or you could do it on the way, and test it because you said you wanted to use one.
I want to test if I could combine 2 rages at once.
Sure. Yeah, and see
So-
what happens with that. So you can do. Do you want to?
Does the
Do you want to
tattoo?
test that?
Check the ones that are growing, see if I can get another one, add some more blood to it, maybe borrow some blood from some of the blood banks, I mean my allies, and yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm happy to do it I'm happy to even do it off during the break, just we just roll for it, did it work, and then go from there.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
It's 9 o'clock now, so.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do it just before you guys set off. But I'm just trying to find on the map where Westgate is. Sorry, does anyone can
Go
anyone,
directly east from where we are, all the way to the water's edge.
I
can
found
the
it.
view-
Oh yeah.
Right here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I see it. Oh yeah. All right.
That is a significant portion in the
Where is it again?
right-ish
Can-
direction.
Yeah.
It is. Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Can someone mark it?
Yeah, I'll make a little
Oh,
thingy
wow.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is our
Nice, yep.
Lord drop. That's our Bruise and Aki
Yeah.
met in a prison.
That's the little circle.
Shocker.
How far from the lake is it?
The lake's around
Actually-
here, isn't it?
Yeah, could you make a little toggle as well, just for
No, the lake's up
for-
here, isn't it?
to help your companions? We know where it is roughly, but it's better if you do exactly mark Yago as well.
I can draw an X on the lake if you want.
Yeah,
perfect.
just like a little something, like a little.
Why? Because the lake doesn't exist.
Wow.
Oh,
It's
no,
all
it was
in
crazy
this
this
region
whole
here.
time.
No.
It drained the whole damn thing.
Wow.
In the desert.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
The lake is now
can't remember.
No, it's there. It's there.
It's this one.
Yeah. I mean, I gave you like 5 maps in the other chat pointing to the same location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where could it possibly be?
Yeah, that little one.
Looking
Yeah.
at the straight line I've made, 14 days, half that to a
Yeah.
week.
I mean, the thing is, just remember something as
14
well.
days,
The reason why you don't travel in straight lines is because lots of the
I
maps
know.
are designed for you, because the areas are in elevations, so all there that you are talking, there are like mountains, quite a lot of them around, and things like that. But you can still do it, but it might be
We could
slow
walk
down your
across the
travel.
lake.
I'll take my finger. We could go up this path right here.
I'm looking at the Okay. Make a
I was just
history.
trying-
I guess in Westgate, make a history check, both Aki and Bruce. This will give you a little bit more guidance.
Try our best
I'm going
to
to
forget
call
this.
this recalling bad memories because of how it's probably going to. Yeah.
That's about right.
17? Oh, is that 8? Oh, it's an 8.
I got a 17. That's
Oh,
the
17.
8 was from earlier.
Okay, no, that's more than enough for both of you. You know that from Westgate there is a small little town called Akardi, which is like a coast, like a sea town or like a kind of river town, which kind of can cross the Lake of Dragons. Has ferries that go from one side to the other side, which is Dawn Gleam, which is another sea town. River town, and then from there you could potentially travel to the direction of the thing. So I'll just point out to you on this map. So yeah, so that's Westgate. There's a, if I just look at the map, yeah. So there is a small little town here which ferries boats across from there, and you know that. And then from there you could potentially, otherwise you would have to travel like, all this kind of journey around and stuff like that. So potentially you can go here and then from here and then move. But if that's the case, I'll give you the exact thing on
We would say
break.
that was our escape route out of this dump.
Yeah, we went
You
we
definitely
went
went.
west after that. It's like fuck this place.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
off.
We're off.
So would you say they're very familiar with this little port town?
Let me go to the teleportation.
We weren't there long.
Yes, but
Probably seen casually, no, because they still kind of seen it from when they were in prison.
Yeah, from prison cell.
Bruce remembers the tavern that he got into a fight and then arrested in.
Aki presumably came into town with the caravan shortly before he decided he was not going to.
I will put
arrest.
it as seen casually.
Seen casually.
That's fair.
Okay. Yeah.
Bang in the middle.
I have
You
the
guys were
table
there
open
in
with
prison
you
for a
two.
bit. You obviously had some time coming in with the caravan and all that debacle that happened during that
Are
time.
we sure we don't want to risk it for the biscuit, though?
I think
love
we
to do it.
should teleport. But it's
I
up to
mean,
you guys.
Mart's description was well adequate.
Like, I can do a better
Do you
job
not-
than what I did. It's,
No,
Do you
no,
not
it's
believe in
it's pretty
Yagu?
high tier, let's be honest.
It's not got to
No.
do with believing in Yagu. It's got to believe in what the hell goes on in Aki's head when he's picturing this. You could end up 100 yards down the street.
So
That's fine.
I
Apple
reckon
will
then
also give you his stuff of healing. Maybe that will work since it's the place from the...
Are you sure that is from the lake?
No?
oh my god.
Well, I think as you guys decide, we'll definitely go on a quick break and then come back and then do that. So don't go anywhere. We'll go in a quick break, and hopefully the guys will decide on break, and then when we come back, we'll shoot off to see where this kind of journey takes us. So,
I think I got a plan, so let's
all right, be right back. See you in a bit.
see you soon.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. There was some heated discussions on break, but we've come to a conclusion, and we're going to forge on. All right.
Wrangling children, that's what it was like.
All right. So, as you guys all prepare to make arrangement for a long journey from to Westgate via teleport, and then from there travel north to the Yagu's Lake. You all begin to make preparations for that, and before you go, we'll just quickly go one by one. I'll get Bruce done very quickly first because it's going to be most impactful, and then see if anyone else wants to do anything. So Bruce, you go into your room, you go check up on your shrooms and stuff like that. How many do you have in possession right now?
2, and there's only 2 growing. I'd like
And
to add blood if they're not ready.
Yeah, so as you check on them, they still require more blood for them to become a bit more thing. You sleep your own blood?
I will, but I'll also ask if anyone would like to volunteer some blood.
Anyone donating blood to
I'll
the
donate,
mushroom?
but only because I have a favor to ask of Bruce while we're doing it.
Your
That's
thing,
a-
I asked you, would anyone like to lend me some blood for these mushrooms?
That's a weird fucking request.
Guys, a
Bruce.
very weird request you just made there.
It's fine, Aki did it once, it was wonderful.
What? Okay, and do you expect me to follow by his example?
I'm only asking.
Not my turn. On.
This isn't.
Come on, hold out your hand.
Turns.
Bruce, I don't mind. I'll go.
Yes.
Oh, jolly good, thank you.
But you know what? I'll wait till we get there.
Sure.
To
And
ask you
we go there. Here we are, and he takes out his hand axe.
Hey, let's use this dagger I have instead.
All right.
So before you cut my hand and take my blood,
Yes.
I want you to know I really appreciate what you guys have done for me here.
Yeah.
Helping me fix me and what I could do for you guys in the future.
Well, for what it's worth, Ruin, I think you're, especially now, making an honest-to-goodness effort yourself. It's not just us forcing you.
Okay, and don't
So
forget that
it's
you said
all
that.
credit,
okay?
all credit to you. In that
Yeah.
regard.
Now, don't forget that, okay, Bruce? Just keep that
Right.
state of mind when I ask you, can I borrow 9,000 gold?
I don't have 9,000 gold.
And I'll cut my hand with the fucking knife.
Okay, over there, quick! And I just sort of wring his hand like a towel.
And as you do, you see it getting soaked into there, and then them just like a sponge just taking in the blood of Ruin.
Well, they liked Aki's blood, and they like yours quite a lot too. It must be something maybe more magical than I am.
Okay, that does have a weird feeling. So, if I can't borrow 9,000 gold, do you know how much you could loan me out of the the party fund?
I'll hate to miss if I don't say that as you look at the mushrooms, they're going like, and you see that they almost you see a tiny mouth on them, like this kind of like the mushroom head is like folding into a mouth shape. For
Like a
you
piranha plant?
Yeah, like to give them more blood. They're like,
So
when you hear the sound,
So I'm wondering, I did plant 2. Have any like mushroom sort of offshoots grown from them? Like there's like, okay, there's 2 just before they grown, and it's like, oh, there's 2 that are halfway grown, right? Like that.
Not at the moment. I think you would have to leave these ones for a little longer to see if there's any offshoot ones coming
Okay,
up.
doke. Okay,
They
so
require
okay.
darkness.
So, Ruin, what do we have in the party kitty? We've got these canvases and paints. The canvases are 600 gold, the paints are 100. 700 gold worth of gems. 4 gold bracelets, each worth 150 gold. We have 100 platinum, 1,634 gold, 100 silver. So certainly way short of 9,000 gold, plus all these trinkets we got from the Feywild.
That's fair enough. Could I convince you to loan me the gold from just the bracelets that I put in, and
What's
I'll give you
it
the
for exactly?
I'll pull out the contract I got from Neverwinter. I showed you this before, and I put down a fair amount of gold. It's for a dagger that possibly belonged to someone in my lineage under the dragon.
I see. Okay, certainly. But these gold bracelets haven't been doing anything. So, 4 gold bracelets, each worth 150 gold each. So I will delete them from the party fund. If lucky, you add them to Ruin's thing.
Could I just cut the middleman and just say we sold them to someone in Candlekeep?
You would give
Can you?
a lot less.
Ah, fuck. I'll hold on to them.
This
then
is not a
in
place. There's no place that wants jewelry.
in exchange, I'll give. I'll put my life in a little bit more danger, and I'll dig the dagger a little bit deeper and put a little more blood into it.
Oh, that's not necessary. Oh, okay.
It's fine. I know my limit. Oh,
You're looking a tad pale.
do you see the black dots moving everywhere too?
No.
All right.
Ooh, this is making me feel kind of funny. Oh.
As you
Are you
feed
cure
the
wounds on you?
as you feed the mushrooms, they seem to have enjoyed the blood of Ruin synergy, and you close the box and leave them into total darkness for them to to grow a little bit longer. But
After I was wringing him like a towel.
yeah, now you still have a shroom, and before you leave, you wanted to kind of test. Where do you want to go to test this?
Somewhere where I'm not gonna have that psycho kick the shit out of me after I've been given permission to use his training room.
Okay. Do you go alone, or are you going to take someone with you?
Who would like to come with me in case something bad happens?
I mean, aren't I always with you in case something bad happens?
So, Ziggy then.
No.
Okay.
I suppose it'll be my turn.
Okay, Errol, fantastic. Right, Errol, just so we're clear, I'm going to see if I can combine my usual battle rage with what one of these little beauties will do to me. So, yes.
Have you any of you seen the Vinland Saga on Netflix?
Yes.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. I've been wanting to.
Do you remember?
You have no enemies.
You remember Bjorn?
Oh. Wait, the really big one?
The big guy in the beginning, and he chews on a
Mhm.
mushroom. This is what's
Oh.
literally what's going to happen here.
Right.
I got just again for this.
So, I want to know if I can combine these because the mushroom last time put me into a frenzied rage, like a berserker barbarian.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can combine the bear totem warrior barbarian rage with this.
Mhm.
That's what I'm planning to do. So, if a fight is going badly, and I think, okay, nuclear option. So,
Okay.
You want to rage squared?
yes,
He wants to rage squared. Okay, here comes some
I want to
math.
get so angry.
I'm assuming you're gonna go outside of Candlekeep into like I don't know, the forest close by. And as you do, you get ready, and you focus on your rage. And as you do, you burst into the rage. You see the spirit of the bear come behind you, and then as you do, you chew, and you see it in slow motion. Your mouth just chewing
Bare
into
hands, so I'm less dangerous.
Yeah. Okay. You leave all your weapons with back in Candlekeep. Okay. Great.
Yeah, they're back in Candlekeep. But anyway, look here, Errol, carry all these.
Yeah. And as you chew this on, you at first you don't feel anything. You're just like focusing on your rage.
I'm
then
punching
all
a
of-
tree to keep up my actual battle rage.
And as you focus, you begin to hit onto the tree, and you see the whole tree begin to shake, Harold. And you just see Bruce's eyes just go white, and veins beginning to just, from his mouth, begin to expand towards his kind of his head, his vein. They all go black. There's this kind of very dark black tendril veins that kind of come across his arms, which begin to expand as well as he continues to kind of punch. And there you see there's blood on his hands as well as he's punching onto this tree, as his skin is being torn, as he's kind of punching into the tree. You yourself, you are lost complete control out of yourself as you go berserk. And as you do, Harold, you see something very, very strange. You see the bear's name was Is it steel or silver? So is it silver?
Steel.
Steel. Sorry, I don't know
Steel.
why I kept saying silver. You see steel from behind. The kind of silver, the silver spirit of it become dark, just complete darkness, like shrouded with shadow, as he continues to kind of punch through. And as you see him just kind of punching, breaking through, it's almost as if after, I don't know, 40 or 50 punches, the tree begins to kind of lurch to the side before it and just crashes onto the ground. And you just see kind of Bruce kind of lose out of control. He kind of looks towards you. Bruce, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw, I would say.
Oh crap.
Oh no.
And
His
Harold
favorite.
is gonna do a resistance on himself with a cantrip.
Say, Bruce, you alright there, buddy?
Okay, now this would have been good for me to be there to incapacitate.
Oh no.
You see
Harold, how
him
fast
just
are you?
kind of look towards you, and then all of a sudden, just starts bolting towards you in this utmost rage, out of control, just finding
Harold
something to
is
punch.
gonna dodge and try to run towards another tree or different tree if he
Yep.
can. I don't know if it's like a dodge or.
As you climb up the tree, you see him just starting to punch that tree down, and it takes like a few minutes before you see Bruce kind of tiring, and then just kind of fall to one knee. Bruce, I need you to give me roll me a d4, please.
A D4. Oh,
And
this
then
is
Harold's
bad.
gonna work his way down. Okay.
Of course, I rolled a 4. Fuck.
And as you do, you see him just kind of
Whoa.
fall flat
Okay.
onto the ground. Bruce, you suffer 4 points of exhaustion.
Oh, I
Oh
knew
my
it. I
god.
knew it.
Yeah, he is
Oh.
passed out. Okay.
Oh. How do
Alright.
I exhaustion level
Um,
4?
so
Fuck.
go to conditions.
Yeah,
Just
he's done
click
it.
on
yeah.
conditions and then
He's
scroll
done it.
down
He
into the
got
bottom.
it.
I've got it.
So,
I've got it.
Assuming
How
that
bad
he's
is
passed
that?
out.
So it's speed, half,
I've got it. I've got it. Yeah,
Disadvantage
hit
on
point max
ability.
half as well.
disability,
Oh, I
disadvantage
see
on
now.
ability, attacks and saves, speed half, and hit point maximum half.
Yeah, he's just 1 away from you, or 2 away from death. You know, not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, nuclear option.
Like, is he completely passed out, or is he still just conscious, just really tired?
What was the benefit of that? As a
Okay.
the
I
downside
get one
seems
extra.
pretty
I
obvious.
get one extra weapon attack.
Was that really
Ideally.
worth it?
He hit the tree.
I want
Well-
to know though. I want to know if I could. So the bear spirit was still there. Was I getting that extra weapon attack? Is my question
Yes.
as a bonus action.
Yes.
Right. That is my question answer. He's on the ground, kind of.
You know, thank God pissed off you isn't smart enough to realize you could have climbed the tree and tried beating me up. Anyway, you okay?
No.
Okay, and then Errol's just gonna try to grab him and just drag. And it's like, okay, alright.
All right. And as you drag him back in towards Candlekeep, what are the rest of you doing to prepare for this journey? Or if there is anything, otherwise we can skip to the teleportation.
I will be preparing to like deal with more bullshit and pain and death.
Sure.
I will probably be trying to research that land at all, maybe. Or
What
just
land?
that area of where we're going in the world. I don't know.
Oh, to his lake?
Yes.
Okay.
Or just researching that specific part of the world, the east.
I think most of it you tend to get is a lot of kind of commerce comes from the other side of the continent towards this land from the west. Just kind of general stuff like that. There is a very large forest there, Cormanthor, and also the Lake of Dragons and the Sea of the You're actually going to the other side, so there's another sea on the other side called the Sea of Fallen Stars. Yeah.
I'll try to figure out what the footwear is or what's in style. Sandals, flip flop. I don't know. Whatever
I think the
helps.
terrain there is much more hillier, much more hills and mountains, so people tend to use much more grip.
That was a joke, by the way.
Mountaineering.
That was more of a joke. I didn't expect an actual answer, but thank you.
No, here's the answer. You get it.
No, I'm just going to research that part of the world.
Sure. Okay. Anything else from anyone else?
Joko will be drawing out what he thinks the lake looks like, and I will send it to General.
Oh, wow.
He will go to Aki like
Oh,
if,
no.
if you just imagine this, like you're sure you can't. Because I'm telling you, like it's over 20 days walking. I really don't feel like it.
I like you a lot, Yogu, but an artist.
Well, I tried.
That's amazing.
How long have you been working on that march?
I literally made it when Mo said, "Okay, is anybody else?" I made it in like the 10 seconds.
Oh,
That's yeah.
oh, okay.
I even
Oh,
added color.
Seconds, it's impressive.
That's at least
to be honest.
better. Yeah, that's better.
I think we should do it now.
Okay.
I fucking
Well,
love that.
I mean,
Mo, can I do
yeah.
something?
Go ahead.
That's so good, actually.
Ruin's gonna go around and he's. I would like to go up to the enchanter and I'm gonna try and sell him the 5 gold bracelets and a chime of opening. And I'll just open the deal with hello, Mr. Enchanter. Do you prefer Mr.
Hello
Enchanter?
there. The enchanter's fine. Ruin,
Enchanter.
it's good to see you again. We don't have any more potions, unfortunately. It's only been a day.
No, that's fine. I actually appreciate that potion very much. I was actually wondering if there's something. I am peddling. I'm trying to be nicer now, friendlier. And I was wondering if you'd like to buy any of these bracelets, this chime of opening I have. I'm in desperate need. It's to get a dagger I really, really want. I'm being honest.
I have no reason to not believe you about the dagger and stuff. However, we are in a shop of magical purpose, and the bracelets we would not need them here per se. So not the best place to really sell it, and I have no purpose for it. But the chime of opening, well, I mean, I could potentially take that from you.
Would you be willing to trade it for something of equal value then? Of another magic item?
I mean, what?
Something that could possibly help us? Just anything you have on hand.
I really don't have too much unless it's put to order here. I'll have to.
He was going to go to the enchanter as well, so he would chime in if he could with something that would help.
Sure.
Just a shield that's even slightly better than this one, and he'll hold up that wild coloured thing he's got.
I've also got a
I
shield.
think
though.
it could be better.
I mean, again, amazing that you have a shield. I don't actually have any magical shields, but if you go to Bycroft outside, you may have something better in terms of a more solid and sturdy shield that may be able to absorb more damage or so. Yeah, he's been working on shielding.
If Aki's shield is the one he's mentioning, it would have been Bryn's shield. Oh wait, no, Bruce has that. Sorry.
Aki's shield is absolutely offensive.
Yeah, sorry.
And how colourful it is.
But you don't have anything worth trading for the chime, possibly?
Out of game, I don't have anything prepared, but in game, potentially I could look into. If you have something in mind, I could potentially give you some options, and I have a way.
We are trying to get to Yagu's Lake. Do you have a scroll that could
Where is
get us
that?
there? I'll take out the map, and I also have the side drawing of Yagu's if Aki was still holding it. It looks like this, and it's somewhere, and I'll point at the map in by Thar. You
know, I've always wanted to go there. to in the west of Verum, but I hardly get the time to leave my shop here. Unfortunately, I don't know any place.
Why don't you join us? It's like a vacation, I hear.
No, I have more business to get to. Unfortunately, the bookworm himself has asked me to make quite a few preparations that I'm working towards.
So no scroll of teleportation on hand at this time,
Oh,
or
no.
an exact teleport.
I
An
can
exact
teleport.
An exact teleport. I'm sorry, Aki.
There's no such thing as an exact teleport.
I'm sorry, Aki. You're right.
A teleportation.
It's a little sensitive.
Teleportation scroll. I do not have. However, someone in the Candlekeep could potentially. You may be able to purchase one to get one. But they could be very, very pricey.
I'm too cheap for that. I'm sorry. I love the group, but not that much.
We still have. Sorry, just out again. I'm thinking we still have the Greater Restoration Scroll. I can cast it multiple times now, and we were told it's worth a lot.
How much is the scroll of Greater Restoration worth? Do you think, Enchanter?
Ooh, well.
You'd have to pry it from Andy's corpse, though.
Specifically Andy's corpse, not Bruce's. Yeah. Bruce is a bit of a corpse right now, though.
Again,
he's not got much fight in him.
Top of my head, I'm not too sure. But I could inquire this and send you a message letting you know. If you wish, you could leave that with me and the chime, and then I'll let you know if you're happy to
I don't mind
depart
leaving
with it.
I'll leave the chime, but the scroll is in Bruce's cold dead hands or cold exhausted hands right now.
Nearly dead.
And I'll leave him with the Bavloma's witch stick that I got from one of the Haringans. And I'll say, if you could do something with this as well, so we could possibly add the enchantment to a weapon.
I might be able to break down this one and gather the essence. It looks very corrupted. But, leave this with me. I'll see what I can do for you with this.
Just a question out of character, does Ruin tell him that if he attunes to it, he's gonna take damage?
I most definitely would tell him what happened to me when I tried to bond with the weapon.
Good to know. Sure. Thank you for letting me know.
You could see it with black hands the next time.
Once I have the price and value, I will send you a message, and then I will find a way to deliver the coin to you. How does that sound?
That's actually very, very thoughtful. I appreciate that. Here's the stick, and don't let it get. Don't hold on to that for too long. It fucking hurts.
Very well. All right. Well, if there's no other. Oh yes, the shield. Yes, Bycroft. If you go to him, he'll be able to help you and assist you with that.
Yeah, Aki would have wandered off during the petty bartering.
All right.
I'll go after because I'll follow him because I'm curious to see what he's selling.
One more thing, after Errol is done dragging Bruce somewhere, he'll drag him outside the enchanter's place. Like, okay, hold on, wait here, and then he'll just try to lean him against the wall. And I
want to stay. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, enchanter. Oh my god. Oh, he's a big fella. Okay.
I know them what for.
What is going on?
He did that to himself and the trees, which are very angry, by the way. But anyway,
they had opinions.
They did. Enchanter, I know you were looking at my dagger, but I'm gonna be leaving soon. I'm gonna need it back. I don't care. There's no progress with it. I just need that dagger back.
I left it with Bycroft, and you can pick it up with him. I'm not too sure if he worked on it or not.
All right, thank you, Enchanter. And then I'll just go back outside. All right, Bruce.
There was this little green guy.
1, 2,
stay still. I'll get him next time.
Bruce, I keep telling you.
As the four of you eventually get to Bycroft, Aki, you ask him if he's got what type of shield are you looking for? Just a +1 plus.
A +1 or a sentinel. Above game, but I don't think Aki would even know what that is. He's just asking if there's something better than this, because right now the best thing about this is he painted it.
Okay. How much would a +1 shield cost? I just want to see.
Also, out of game, the Sentinel shield is uncommon as well, like a +1 shield.
+1 uncommon shield.
Bycroft can give it a +1 benefit just generally for a day, due to like being Forge Cleric. But I don't
So much
know.
as it's a 20-day travel, that might not be great.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. It's your guys' in rulings, and if he can make +1 weapons and stuff.
So, according to the Critical Role fandom, a Sentinel Shield is worth 1,000 gold.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. Sentinel shield.
That's not too bad.
It's cool though,
Just
given
checking.
like advantage on initiative and perception.
Both of which Aki could do with some help on.
Definitely.
Generally, doesn't know what's going on.
The uncommon item. Yeah, I think. Let's just say that he has the Sentinel shield, and he also has a +1 shield. So the Sentinel shield, I'll price it to 1,200 based on what it gives, and the +1 shield will be 1,000 gold pieces.
Just 1 second. Let me just find out to make sure for that price before we double confirm. Okay.
Well,
Sure.
while they're doing that, I'm just gonna be, and then I'll set him outside again, same fashion, him against the wall, just like a loud thud.
Get back
Just
here.
give me a second. God.
I hate you.
Yeah. And then I'll go inside and I'll be, Mycroft,
You
I need my
better
dagger
run.
back. I need my dagger back.
But I had all the
Goddamn right.
equipment ready to work on it, and
Yeah, I'm gonna be leaving.
do you know
I'll
how
bring
much
it back
time
later.
it took me to prepare for such delicate craftsmanship?
You know what? Mycroft, you could drag around a tired, angry half-orc, and then we can come. Okay.
I him too.
Well, I
Ain't
was
you
going
all
to do
on?
a pretty good job on it, but I guess it is your loss. Here you go. And he passes it
I
around to you.
appreciate it, and I'll just take it, sheath it. I'll go outside. All right, Bruce, let's get you to the damn carriage.
I garage.
While he's
Can
dragging
you,
him away,
check your
Send me a
Discord
message.
more 1 second, yeah, please.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then I'll
Harold,
just be
what did
going
you
to,
do to
like,
Bruce?
he was punching trees, and they were saying some very mean things.
He fucked with trees.
Yeah, you normally don't.
No. Next he'll be
Ah,
fucked with squirrels.
fuck that up.
And then as Errol's at the carriage,
Yeah.
trying to get Bree and the other horse on it.
Okay. All right. I think that's fair. Yeah. All right. Price change. It's the market is in inflation. So the Sentinel shield will cost 2k, and the other the AC shield is 1,700. Sorry, bear with me. The AC +1 is.
But yeah, I'll just open the carriage door, just literally get down there, and then I'll just like shut the little tiny carriage door, and then I'll just be sitting to like where like the driver's seat for the horses is like, oh gosh,
One of you.
Just really quick,
Sure.
Cisco. Would Bycroft, if I let him inspect the Serpent's Fang and everything, is there any way you could pull off the enchantment from that and add it to an already enchanted weapon?
I'll prefer not to answer that until more and I discuss it, just to make sure.
Bycroft, you and those voices in your
Yeah.
head.
Cisco, out of curiosity, what did you and Mo decide on with the Dragon Slayer longsword I had? Because I had that converted to a great sword. Was it just like taking the enchantment off, adding on, or was it having to melt it down and recreate it with some added metal? Because it's the same thing. I think.
I can't fully remember, so
Okay.
yeah, I'm sorry. I remember what you did, but I can't remember. I think it was like using them. I just don't want to answer because I'm not 100% sure, so I'm gonna give you maybe.
Wait,
the
what was the
wrong
question?
answer.
What was the question?
For his weapon, like how do we made it in the end? Because I think we already transfer enchantment from something to something, but there was There was something else to it.
I remember
what it was.
you telling him to buy a +1 greatsword.
Yeah, it was that's the one. So he bought a +1 greatsword, and then there was an additional cost for you to
Transfer the enchantment.
Transfer the enchantment. Yeah.
What does Bycroft have? Or is he willing to buy anything? Can I sell him the
bracelets? He's not gonna.
The
He's gonna
bracelet?
be like, what am I gonna do with that? Gold is not a great metal to be able to forge weapons or to create shields. I mean, I
They
could
make 'em look
potentially make
pretty?
them pretty, but that's not what I do.
It's nice for inlay work.
Well, how much would it cost to make my mithril armor a +1?
Oof.
What?
So you will once more going to that. You will have to buy a +1 armor first, and then whatever
Just to upgrade my
extra
mithril?
cost. It will have to be the same, right? That's what.
Yeah, I think
Pretty much.
so. Basically, when you want to increase your AC, it's much more expensive than doing increasing your weapon attack. If you understand what I'm trying to say. So increasing your AC to +1, +2, +3 is much more expensive than to
Independently how you do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because
Aki is going to, without Bruce being there to rein him in, Aki is going to, because he doesn't understand how money works, get the +1.
Okay.
He is going to spend he's going to spend all of his own money first, which is not significant, and then the party fund.
How much?
How are you going to get it out of him? You'd have to go to the carriage where Bruce is at and then get it out of him.
There's not much
Well,
fighting
we're
Bruce right
teleporting.
now.
Do we need a carriage?
No, you'll be supplied from Candlekeep. That's fine. Don't worry about that.
How much money? Because I'm going to just flavor right now that Bruce is in no condition to stop you. You'd be like, no.
What did you say? It was what? It was 1,700.
1,700. 17. Yeah, 1,700.
1,700. So I can take. Aki has 68.
So.
Yes.
In total.
Total.
What is 1,634 gold adds that?
No, it's what. It's just call it 1,700 minus 68, which would leave 1,632. So there's 2 gold left of that number.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go into the carriage of Bruce out just now. He's kind of lying there, and you start messing around with the bag. No.
I mean, looking at it, you could take 1,000 gold and then 700 mixed gems.
And the gems could have
but
utility down the line. So
Okay.
take the gold.
It's just Aki doesn't appreciate it. It's just money, Bruce. It's just money. Money doesn't make you happy.
Not just money.
Friends make you happy, Bruce.
Wait. Aki.
What?
Would you exchange these 17 platinum for the fair amount of gold before you trade it?
You need 170 platinum. Not
So
17.
what? You want to trade 70 platinum for 700 gold?
I don't know what it's worth, but
I think that's right. Yes, I guess it's heavy.
He doesn't care.
I get you, Bruce.
Okay, we'll say
I
that
still
happens.
prefer the gold ones. So if you want to trade,
Say that
them,
happens. We've got a lot of little piles of 10.
Sure.
Trying to figure this out.
You kind of brought this on yourself. This is why you don't mess with
I can help you
trees.
count that.
What do I want to say?
I bet you could, Captain 7,500 of rubies.
Okay, that's uncalled for. You offered.
Yes, I know. But then, we'll say that money is gone, and there is, I don't know. Somebody do the math on how many platinum are in there now.
170. Because
Yeah,
that's how much
170.
that's a gold.
I will probably
Minus-
break it down at some point so we actually have some gold as
Yeah.
well, but not just now.
There you
Will,
are.
will
I'll be right
anyone
back.
like to choose the carriage? You have 4 options, or you want to randomly roll without knowing what the options are?
Wait, options on the carriage? Like
Yeah,
what
because
type of carriage it
they
is?
have 4 available carriages in Candlekeep, as they do. They are different style of carriages, so you can either roll, choosing and decide which one you want randomly, or
You
you
know,
can actually
Errol,
pick.
this pirate lugging Bruce's butt around. I'm gonna choose randomly. We're the Caravan of Chaos. You
What's
know,
the most
Errol's
what's the most garish
one?
one?
Okay, so I'll
What's that?
tell you the
Which one's
options
the
before you
size?
roll, and then you won't know which one is which. So you got a barrel top wagon, you have a black lacquered, kind of like Ravenloft, like proper mortuary. You know, they used to have a coffin behind, and now it's empty,
Oh
kind of
no,
thing.
I don't want
Like a
that
hearse.
one.
You have a very old and dusty, kind of dilapidated theater carriage that it was used by a theater band company, but now it ended up there. Or you have a ham pie kitchen carriage that is like a hot dog kind of ham pie kind of carriage used by someone that was doing that for business, but it's not fully equipped the kitchen, but it's kind of set to be like a open kitchen that you could actually make food potentially with it. If you
Why
want.
want that one?
That's the most
Amazing.
FBI thing I ever heard. Yes,
Just
take
to
that one.
make it fun for you, if more is okay with that, you know.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Is that gonna
That will be a
collapse in the
D4.
teleport?
I don't know, I just came up with that.
Well, if we pick the creatures, we pick the horses with us. By extension, it'll most likely come with us.
Okay.
Yeah, they come with horses as well.
Okay.
No, I mean, like when we teleport. Like, is this also going?
Oh.
You know, that's what he's asking.
That's a good point. Let's say that
If you target an object, it must be able to entirely fit inside a 10-foot cube.
So let's say this will be the choice you will later get
mean,
when you get to where you to the actual town itself. For the
can-
first shop you go. Maybe
can we
that's gonna
shrink
be
it?
easier.
Oh, I can shrink it.
Yeah. Then it would fit.
Okay.
I have enlarge reduce. You choose a creature or object you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shrink it.
To
Fake
what?
teleport.
To what? Reduce one size, right? I think.
As you can see within range to go larger or smaller for the duration.
Okay, so let's say we could be nice and say that it was huge, and then you could make it large. That will fit then on the cube for the teleport, right?
Yee.
I thought teleport's only for creatures, but I'm confused.
Well, in that case, then our clothes and weapons would never come with us either. Come on.
But you can no. It says you can up to 8 willing creatures or a single object that you can see within range to a destination you select that fits inside a 10-foot cube.
Oh,
Okay, so
okay.
maybe-
Yeah, that's fine.
alright.
Yeah, you
It
can do
can't
that.
be held or carried. No, I mean we can either we can go or the carriage can go, but we can't both go.
I think it's more important to send the
So,
carriage.
do we want to teleport the carriage and then teleport ourselves?
Yeah, you can teleport with the carriage and then come back, and then we can.
Yeah, that
Does
could
that
work. That could be fun actually.
Or you could just teleport there and then get a carriage.
Yeah.
I think that
That's
way, Mark.
wild.
I think that way, Mark, we avoid Aki getting an aneurysm.
Let's say for this instance, you could
Whammy.
teleport the carriage just because why not?
Yeah,
And
sure,
then
why
you-
not?
And,
Yeah, I
and
know.
then you will
It
have
doesn't
to
matter.
get the horses, But then the carriage itself, you could you say you could reduce it and then take it. Why not? If Mo is okay with it.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just looking at the half
So
play.
roll a d4. Harold.
Oh, me?
Joey.
Okay.
Yeah, you wanted to, right?
Oh no, I really want that
I thought
fourth
we went
one.
for the hot dog.
I mean,
dog.
up to you guys. If you wanna choose, then you got the hot
I,
dog.
I will go with the
Fine.
roll if that's the vote, but I do want.
Because that will be the blackened carrot. So you pick the hot dog if Mo is okay with it and everyone wants that one.
All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
why
hey,
not?
we'll do hot dog.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
So,
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
Ruin,
Oh, I just realized we are the cocks and we just took the. Okay.
okay.
Fuck.
Well, that kind of totally makes sense.
Yeah, Bycroft says to you, Ruin, so you want to, well, you will probably have to leave the mithril armor with me. I could work on it. I'll need advance payment, probably well, I'm not, I am a very skilled, I'm a very skilled smith, but they'll probably need more of a dwarven touch, unfortunately, so I'll have to ask one of my companions to come and help me forge this into a much more sturdier and still keep its lightweight. I don't really want to do that because it will Obviously, they'll mock me like they always do, but that's fine. I can take the heat from them. But yes, advance payment. Working with Mithril, I'd say 2,000 gold pieces to make it a bit more sturdier. But it will take some time.
You know what? We'll hold on to that thought because I'm gonna need this armor for the mission we're about to go on.
If you find any more mithril, then it will make the job much more easier and potentially cheaper too.
You know what? I did see an armor like mine that was stronger for 3,000 gold. So I don't know if that affects anything. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Backcraft. We'll put a pin in it for now.
All right. Okay.
Made aware of the fact I was reading the wrong part of that chat, so I'm not taking that shield because it would have left us with 2 gold.
Yeah.
Just a quick reminder, Mo, Cisco, if Lucky's trying to pull something here,
I'm not.
Bycroft has a passive perception of 18, and
I'm not stealing
an
anything.
insight of 18.
I'm innocent. I'm not a
Just
rogue
saying.
anymore.
Just saying.
Okay.
That's next campaign. Next campaign,
Okay,
I'll go
so
back to the rogue.
Andy, you might have to readjust the money to be back to how it was if Ross isn't getting the shield.
Oh, okay.
We've still swapped the gold for the platinum for Yogu.
Yes. Shit. How much did was it 1,600? How much gold was it?
1,632.
Oh Christ. Okay then.
34 actually.
34? Okay.
Let me just get my calculator. Thanks.
Yeah, you've been hurting his brain today.
All right. Anything
Can we
else?
do the teleport? Please no.
No? Okay, great. On to the teleport. All right. So you gather all your things. You take the cart outside, shrink it to a sensible size, as you actually hold on to it, and you get everyone to hold on to the blade as you focus on teleporting yourself to.
Bruce is still lying on the floor. Someone's holding his wrist. They're just clinging his hand around it. Hold this. I hold it.
And you cast the teleport to head to Westgate.
Yep.
And as you do, please roll a D100 for a place you are seen casually.
I don't know why I'm nervous about this.
So 54. I don't think guidance works here.
If this turns into a fight, I'm in trouble.
Oh, all right.
Oh, it worked. Yeah.
Yeah, we're there.
Just got there. All of a sudden, you guys just vanish from this place, and then immediately appear in the middle of town in Westgate as people just move away from you, get scared, and you see the scenery of this town, this small city around you. You see guards immediately kind of, hey, no magic in this. What is this? Oh, God, not again. Can you please move your cart out of the road, please?
No worries.
Yep.
On my
Come
way
on,
to
Bruce.
my lake. Sorry, wrong place.
Dragging Bruce. Yeah.
People these days with magic, huh? They're just doing
I'll
it all
show
over.
them. I'm back in this shithole.
Someone, is he drunk? Can you just make sure you keep an eye on him?
He got hit by in the head. No worries.
I hate you in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, you good boy. He will definitely.
I'll get you.
At least grab his fucking legs.
Okay, you.
I can take it over a few airwolds, but it's.
I would greatly appreciate that.
He will just.
He's keeping a close eye on those.
Yeah, Yagu's as strong as
to make sure they
Bruce.
go away.
Yeah, I got the 12 strength, which I know is pretty good, but Bruce is a hefty boy.
All right. Now, the journey is, what did we say? 23
and a half.
23 and a half. Yeah,
That was
24.
27.
Either one.
12 days. 12 days? Because half?
No, that's
12
already
12
halved.
with the cut in
Lucky.
half.
Yeah,
Well,
that's already half.
That's already halved. That
And we
number
should
you got.
technically
Okay,
add
okay.
2 days
Okay.
because Bruce is out of the
Sis,
picture.
how much
for-
would the horses
I'm not.
cost?
I'm not. I can still
Okay.
use the
Uh,
ability.
yeah,
I'm not a
use the
traitor.
ability.
Okay.
Which kind of horses you wanna get? You wanna get riding horses? You wanna get war horses? You wanna get there is
Whatever the
three,
cheapest ones is. I don't think we want to.
I
Whichever
think
the fastest one is.
I think the
Centaur.
faster
Donkey.
is the most expensive one. I think it's
Yeah.
the war horse
Centaur.
out of the top of my head. This is a quick look.
We just need like carriage horses. We don't need anything special.
Just
Yeah,
normal
I think
riding
they are
horses.
I think they are like 50 gold pieces. Let me just.
Yeah.
To be
So
honest,
50
I
gold
mean,
pieces per.
If
per
push comes to shove, like if it's 50 gold pieces for a war horse for a couple of them, fine. We've got enough gold now.
Like,
Yeah, there's 50
If
for
we-
the
if we-
if
for the
we
cheap
want
ones.
to really cheap it, we can just abuse party members who are happy to turn into horses.
For an
Yeah,
hour.
but that's only going to last like an
For
hour.
an
Yeah,
hour.
for an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't think.
Okay,
So
I
we're
think-
gonna
I
have to
think
get
that was
animals.
a good plan.
I'm happy to
let's
spend
buy
on-
the cheaper horses. Honestly, I don't think it's going to increase the travel time at all.
It's more if we get into a fight, war horses can look after themselves more easily. So I don't mind paying 100 quid for a couple of war horses personally.
War horses are expensive.
They are. They're very expensive.
400 gold for a war horse and for
Yep.
draft
Yeah.
horse,
One.
the cheap
50.
50
Oh.
gold horse.
So you got a riding horse for 75 gold pieces. You have then a pony for 30 gold pieces.
We
you
take
have
5.
We'll take
Yeah.
2 ponies.
2
Or
ponies?
5.
Ponies,
5 ponies.
no.
I like Mark's idea. 5 ponies.
You have a draft horse.
Ponies
Those
can
ones that
manage.
is slightly the same speed. Draft horse, 50 gold pieces. That's the cheapest
Yeah.
one actually.
Draft horses, they'll be perfect for this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
draft
we
horse.
can
But
go
they
out
are,
too.
they are less. The
Are we taking
movement
it out of the
is
party
quite
kitty?
less. You know, like the riding horse is the draft horse has 40 feet of movement. The riding horse has 60. So that's kind of quite a bit. You know.
I mean,
But up
20
to you.
feet extra movement. I
But
mean,
is it gonna
also-
shorten our days at all?
That's what I'm just checking now. One second.
I don't think the movement speed will affect
Yeah,
travel
no.
time because
don't
otherwise,
think
if that was
so
the
either.
case, that's not how that works. So I
Yeah.
think draft horse
Wait,
maybe
guys,
are better suited for long distance travel,
Yeah,
lugging things
so-
around.
Mhm.
I assume we need 2 in order to pull the carriage.
Yeah.
I'll put in 15 gold for a draft horse.
We'll take it out the party fund. It's fine. Got plenty now.
It says here you will need 2 horses though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
like,
buy
so
two.
we get- it's 100
so
gold pieces we would need to pay, basically.
Easy.
Okay, that's adjusted.
All right.
So then which one you got the 100, yeah? So the draft horse, yeah, 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You wanna name them to make sure they die and give them
No.
colors?
No,
No,
no.
don't do it.
Please
Don't
do.
do it. Don't.
honor and what's the
Yeah,
other
who
one?
who cares?
Chronos,
How about glory and hold? Never mind.
Glory.
Glory. Oh wow!
All right.
Bert and Ernie.
So
Yes,
you begin your journey out of Westgate.
Bert and Ernie.
And so if you had left from Candlekeep and did it, then you would have had to make 6 checks for random encounters, but this is only 4 checks now.
Oh.
So every 5 days of travel is going to we'll see what happens if anything happens during that time, and kind of see where your journey takes you. All right. So from the first 5 days, let me just get my ruler out and calculate where you guys.
We encounter a dragon, we use our dragon slayer swords.
Yeah, potentially. All right, great.
Chicken ideas, Lucky.
Also, keep in mind, if we kept that 16, we decided right at the lake, we would have gotten off target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think Yagu's drawing would have carried it.
I don't even think Mark believes that, Lucky.
So from Westgate, you travel on cart and you get to Akardi. There, you hire a ferry across. I would say mark off another 10 gold with the cart
Okay.
and the horses, taking you to the other side of the lake, to the Dawn Gleam, and then from there you travel to the way of the a place called the Way of the Manticore. No idea what that is, but it's there on the map. As you do, This is after 5 days. So please, first person roll a D100 for us, please.
Those goes.
Let me just remove this awful crippling condition I have.
Who's doing rolling? What?
I'll
Those
roll.
goes. Does he rolls?
Anyone can roll a D100. Yeah, this is
I'll do it.
random encounter.
I'll
yeah.
do it.
Like, mine are either 1 or 100, so I don't trust mine.
54.
54.
And he's got right in the middle.
54.
Confusing 54.
Yeah. It's not right in the middle. It's slightly to the left.
Okay.
Slightly to the right. I mean,
54.
This is quite
it's
random.
slightly towards a direction.
As you're traveling along, you're on this kind of almost like a path, but it's kind of like on a hill, right? And you're traveling along, and all of a sudden you see that there is this large rock on the road. It's huge, like maybe like 20 feet tall, maybe about 10 feet, no, 15 feet wide, and it seems like it's just laying on his side. And whoever's, well, as you kind of stop and kind of look at it, you realize that it's been dropped there. Rather than it being, you literally don't see any kind of mountain or anything like that close by to
Can I examine it? Because I want to know, is this one of the rocks the pioneers used?
It's a boulder.
It's a boulder.
It's beautiful. The pioneers used to drive these around for miles, I'll say to everyone. Before making my investigation.
Did a giant ginger individual just lob a menhir at this on this road? It's Obelix, isn't it, from Asterix and Obelix? Are we about to encounter Asterix and Obelix?
Make a perception check, everyone.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I'm going to be too busy investigating the rock.
19. Oh, look at that.
Oof. That
I'm
is bad
back.
for me.
Okay.
Well,
As you see Ziggy investigating this rock, the rest of you being kind of looking around, Bruce and Ruin, you see very far in the distance, there's something approaching you. About 3 of them. They look very tiny people from this distance. Well, almost looks like normal sized people at this distance.
Ruin, do you see them?
Yes, and I don't trust it.
As you see them getting closer, you realize that these are not little people. They're actually quite big people.
I get everyone's attention. Everyone, pay attention.
We should start getting out of here.
Why? Maybe they can help us lift this rock out of our way.
yes, I mean, the rock could be useful. As I said, pioneers.
No, I think this is a trap.
This is definitely a trap.
Harold immediately gets his bow.
Harold, get some high ground.
I could hide us. I could use that darkness spell and cloak us. Do you guys want to do it?
We'll see just a big blob of darkness there, won't they?
Yes,
Yes,
that's just we're a big black ball.
And I want to ready arrow shot, not directly at them, but like at the ground in front of them as soon as they hit 600 feet in front of us.
Oh, they are already within 600 feet. So
then I'll just shoot the ground right in front of them.
I don't think we should try to make them angry.
They just seem to be running towards you, and then all of a sudden you see something black and dark coming towards you, as if it kind of blocks out the sun for a moment before this huge rock just comes smashing into the side of the hill next to you. As you see, they've just thrown a rock from a very far distance towards you.
We've got to get the horses out of here.
All right, you guys go ahead.
I don't
I'm
think
taking
these
hot
are
shots.
pioneers. I don't think these are pioneers.
Who's got the fire? I could shoot it up to 120 feet.
The only
600.
way I'm just gonna say the only way you guys are gonna continue moving forward is for you guys to move this boulder in front of you.
Right.
Bruce, you see we can move the
Oh, I
rock.
can make
keep our
the. I
friends
can.
entertained.
I'm gonna. How big is the boulder? What size is it? If you had to say it was a size.
In terms of like.
If you had to say it's a.
Wait, guys.
Is it
Guys,
large? Is it huge?
It doesn't matter. Guys, it doesn't matter. I cast pass wall.
Problem solved.
Let's go.
Yeah, sorry. I realized I should have that. Yeah.
And as you guys begin running past through this wall,
Ziggy with the save.
I'll make sure to end it once we pass, so that
How
they
does
just
it?
kind
How
of
does it
go
look
through.
like? If it's okay
so
with you when you pass. When you cast it.
I pick up the lyre and start like pulling on its strings, and as it does, like you see on the actual rock face, like large spectral versions of my fingers are also just like appearing out of it, and then like just pulling away as if it's just like large spectral fingers are just like pulling apart, making a hole into the rock, and then basically Roadrunner style, we're gonna pass through it. I'm gonna cancel the spell, and hopefully those trolls or whatever just run into it, thinking it's still a tunnel.
well, they're coming from the side, and as you go through it, you see them run, and then slowly, as you guys are kind of riding off very fast, they stop their run, and then you just see them tilt their heads and confused, scratching their heads out. How did they get past the rock? You know, one of those kind of situation. But you managed to pass through, and without any problematic or encounter there. Very good. Well done.
So,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
also,
mark down that I used up like 3 arrows.
Yeah,
Just because.
I also had move earth, but that would have taken 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's a very, very good shout. All right, on to the next leg of your journey. Let me, god damn this map.
I know it's so annoying how it moves, no? Like to move
No, it's
it
not
is really
that.
annoying.
It's just a little buggy. Anyway, let's continue.
Good show, Ziggy. That's a very useful spell.
I've got this one, Mo. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
I'm glad I bought the lyre.
I think because Aki and Bruce are the ones who have been here, right? Is anyone else have been around this area before, even though you're following them up? No, yeah. So
maybe, but I'm not gonna bet on
I was gonna say maybe, but yeah.
Okay. So maybe you two can roll a survival check as well, even though you are using the map. So that will help. You know, it makes the DC much lower, but just in case, you know, because you would hate to get lost around here.
I can try and inspire them if you'll let me.
I think this will be over a time, you know, but it's well, you fucking got it, bro.
I don't think Errol needs it.
You know this map, this area, just where you are is like place you've been quite a few times.
Keep in mind, I also have the Outlander feat, so this is my jam.
Yeah.
Or the Outlander background.
What is this with the survival? What they're trying to do?
Just to see how far they could get, even though they are traveling in the road, and using the map just to make sure they use the right turns and what is the best way the quickest, you know, kind of way to get.
Got you. All right. After you guys continue moving, you actually come across a little city called Sembia. It's called Dairlun in Sembia. So the place you are in is actually now called part of Sembia.
Ordulun?
Dairlun. I don't know.
Dairlun.
Yeah.
There's Sirelun. There's no Dairlun.
Dairlun. Anyway, you see that there is this massive 500-foot tall kind of curtain wall kind of erected by this within this kind of small city, it's kind of most iconic part of it. But you guys kind of move on from there, and as you do, you get to a place called Sairb. But through this journey, go ahead, Ruin, make a D100 roll. And I will
Open sesame! Another SpongeBob reference.
49.
49.
You know what's funnier than 48, Patrick? 49!
49, the number of were-rabbits.
Nothing truly crazy happens in this one. As you kind of move along, You do see a group of like men and women, led by one man or woman on their horses, rush by, and you see 4 of the riders are actually carrying what seems to be kind of like a dead body on the back of the horse. The bodies are covered by a blanket.
Oh, that's not good.
Can I insight check them as they go past us?
Yeah,
Do
they
look
can
sad?
literally go
I will just
past
try
you.
and
Make an-
stop them.
They
What
literally
happened?
just kind of spread right past you.
We can help. What
Were they
help?
scared, sad?
As you look at them, one of them actually kind of stops and he says, "There is a town to the left. It's some sickness, a plague of some kind. Many bodies. We're trying to deal with it, but it's getting quite urgent and problematic. I think it's best that you move on in case you any of you catch this illness. Please just make sure you cover your mouth as you travel through these lands."
Hearing that, Ziggy creates a face mask with his armor, because it can create clothes.
Okay. Anyone else do anything?
Jackal retrieves his head into his shell. So
You're immune to disease, Yadu.
doesn't matter. He still does it.
He still does.
What do you think makes him immune to disease? It's the shell.
It's not his paladin blood. It's his.
Yeah,
he
I
knows
think
it.
it's 3 levels of paladin, but you know what? Fair enough.
I think
I'll take out my
that.
winter clothing and I'm gonna try and also make a face mask.
Do we want to try and help these people?
I
If
mean-
a whole town is dying.
Towns come and go. I don't want to catch the plague.
I'm kind of with Ziggy on this one. We've got our own mission at hand.
I mean, I literally was a corpse a few weeks ago. I don't want to be that again.
So Harold's going to take out that mask that he got back in Dark on, that cracked mask.
A question for anyone who might know, because I haven't checked. How does a cleric change their spell loadout? Is it per every time
They
they
do it
level up?
every morning. They do it
every
morning.
long rest.
Every long rest.
It takes like an hour, but we don't count that. It's by every day you can change it.
A long
yeah.
rest.
Yeah,
Let me just check.
you can meditate every hour when you wake,
Yeah.
like every time you wake up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paladins, druids, wizards.
Just not warlocks, sorcerers, or
Just
Yeah.
to clarify, the Iron Maiden spell that is there, just ignore it. It keeps coming up in the other games.
Yeah,
Available.
if you're a charisma caster, you cannot prepare your spells. However, every other caster
Oh, I
can.
should have doubled that. Sorry.
I can
Which word do we
purify
like for
food and
casters
drink,
can't
healing word.
Paladins can do
Oh,
too,
yeah,
right?
paladins
Yeah,
are the
well,
only-
except Paladin.
Sorry.
It's the Paladin.
Yeah, paladins.
Yeah, it's just
mean,
warlocks and wizards.
he only-
Or warlocks and sorcerers.
No,
I think rangers also can't prep
Yeah.
their spells. They
Um,
have to
yeah,
wait
so-
to level up.
Warlock, sorcerer, bard, rangers. Until 1D&D, when they all became prepared casters, they can't change their spells.
Right.
Sad days.
What I could do, if we go there to help, and Bruce would kind of like to help if possible, I can purify food and drink. I can
Actually, if you guys give me 8 hours, I can make the land in a. I'm just gonna reread the spell. My dad had this thing that he used to do. Basically, it's like plant growth. So all the plants in a half-mile radius around a point become enriched for 1 year. But I would need 8 hours to do it.
Yeah, so we got that. I can also detect poison and disease, so potentially I could maybe use that to flub it as ways to find where's his disease coming from, or if someone. Let me just check to see if you're ill, catch it early, cure wounds, but that's not really the same thing.
Okay.
Ceremony, that can sort of funeral rites as well for people who have died.
I can.
Bruce would like to help. He's thinking about this now. And he's like,
If you're helping, I can do a wither and bloom against the area, I suppose. If that would help.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I can help with my plant growth.
Bruce would
That's
look at
what I
Yagu because we're here traveling to his lake to help him. So it's like, oh Yagu, I feel like it's up to you. I'd like to help, but obviously I feel you're our priority, and
Well, we can see what we can do, but I personally, if it's gonna take longer than a day to fix the problem, then it's maybe out of our hands completely. That's all I'm saying.
true.
We can certainly try to do our best, but
help a little bit. Yes.
don't get your hopes up that we can save this town all by ourselves. It's
Of course. I completely understand. I can't imagine we'd be able to cure a plague or anything like that.
All right. So I'm assuming you go into the town.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. As you guys go across and you turn into the town, you eventually do find the place, and there are a lot of dead bodies already outside, which are being taken by
dear.
all these riders, and a lot of sick. Everyone is pretty much wearing masks and covering their mouths as they attend to the sick and ill. However, as you go in and you begin helping the people out, giving them aid in food and sustenance and health, you all
Save my father.
you all help with the situation as best as you can for the day, and it does give some relief. You do see the magic and the divine spells that you do use does heal some people, removing whatever this disease is that's kind of going around. Unfortunately, you don't find the source of it or whatever it is, but before the day's end, you see that most of the people are being taken to a bigger city to be to a refuge to be able to be helped by other clerics and stuff. And you have saved quite a few lives, and with that, by stopping, you all gain 1 point of inspiration, everyone. And as you do,
one more to go.
And
Well, are we able to see if this is like a naturally occurring thing, or if it's a product of something corrupt going on nearby?
you kind of figure out it is a naturally occurring issue that was kind of going around, and it not a
The
corruption.
water on the well, maybe something like that.
Potentially,
I have purify food and drink.
Yeah, and that does definitely help with the situation. But there's still going to be much more cleansing needs to be done in this place.
Just getting at this was not evil bleeding from the northeast.
If we're there during the day, I can use Move Earth to create a new sort of well for them to use.
Sure, I think that's quite helpful as well.
I'll just
if you were to go into the well, I know we're running out of time, you will see that there is what it seems to be a corpse of an animal that was beaten by that something else that kind of creates this rotting inside.
I can just create I can just think about it, and then over 2 hours, a new well path would be created, causing a new water source.
Yeah, that's amazing. You could figure out roughly what it is, and you could just create a new well. Yeah, definitely.
All right. As you all continue from this trek, from this town, you continue setting off, and as you do, we will actually continue our journey from next week to see where it kind of goes from here, and then hopefully to see where it you get to into the lake next week.
Did I inspire anyone to start worshipping Saloon? Because I could do dedication as part of ceremony. I really want to use that spell.
If you want,
funeral rites I could do funeral rites as well. Dedication.
Sure, make a persuasion check. Let's see how.
Can I, while he's doing that, try to inspire people to follow me instead?
He's not suggesting anyone follow Saloon. He's not going to say anything. He's just going to do it, and the ring will glow when he's doing the rites and purifying things and trying to say, okay, you're sick, I need you to go over here now, that kind of thing. So it's just like leading by example. He's not saying anything about Saloon. Just they'll see the ring glow and his eyes go silver.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior?
I will be less upfront about it, but still say Verloven.
Verloven. And I mean, you creating the well, clearly everyone is amazed by that, and your divine intervention with the healing spells and stuff. With that, people are kind of amazed, and are looking. You do see that this town is not, didn't have too much kind of religious
Belief.
belief in
Worship.
here and stuff like that.
Community.
So yeah, people are kind of thinking, oh, okay, ooh, religion, okay, that's interesting. Maybe it will help us to get away from this kind of disease and plague
Eldath
next time.
Saloon came in and helped save many lives,
Yeah.
along with their companions.
At the start of this game, we were questioning whether Yardu was an occult, but I think we just confirmed Bruce is the cult.
We are the cult.
We are the cult.
All right, and on that note, thank you for watching today's episode. Thanks to Dan Curtis and Jim Webster for their art and music, as always. Hopefully, we'll come back next week to kind of conclude their journey. Hopefully, we'll see you guys tomorrow or on Sunday. But if we don't, we'll see you hopefully next week. So until then, stay magical, have a good week, and see you later. Goodbye.
Yay! Good
Bye.
night. Good night.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Stay